What's up, guys?
Cats are in the house.
We are live here with episode 22.
Are we?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, yes. We are, in fact,
Show
live.
has been pre-recorded.
Oh,
4
we were
days
already
ago.
live.
No, it's November 14th, right? Live.
Yes, yeah, well, yes. This is, in fact, we can just say numbers. Like, I don't have a newspaper lying around for proof, so you're just gonna have to trust us, chat. So, this is episode 22, right? Like, you guys can't, I guess you can, right? This is technically a tabletop game. You guys can backpedal and lose ground, but I don't foresee that happening.
I mean, it's not like we got kicked in the face by a horse last session. It's
Look,
fine.
not
We're
all.
good.
Don't judge me when I'm just trying to calm the horse down, all right?
I'm not judging you. The horse
Oh,
did.
no judge. I'd
He
be
was-
just
Keep that calm the horse
concerned
down.
about your face.
He was way unhappy with the style of your calming, so he had to
Yeah.
show you.
Like
Yeah,
Oz is trying to calm down the horse, but the horse is like, "What the fuck are you?"
Yeah, that particular horse responded to Rye's form of calming much better.
Yes. Well,
Wow.
so you punched it
forever
at
sleep.
first, right?
Yeah, the Mungo approach.
Yeah, I gave
Yeah.
him an
Mongo, yes.
opportunity to right the wrongs, but with the first punch, But after that,
Immediately after,
You
he's
just
like,
gotta
make
do it.
peace with whatever gods you believe in. Today is your day. And they just fucked him up.
Dude, honestly, we
Horse
get
jerky.
lunch, and you get to try your weapon to warm up with it before we go in there.
This
yeah,
coming from the guy who was giving. I'm not gonna say anything.
Just
What?
genocide
I'm hungry.
speeches left and right about how
I am there's so much like inner party talking and table talk. Like this actually feels like a real a table that we'd all be sitting across from each other, like ordering snacks. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. It's
I
too
want
good.
snacks. Do I
Same.
get to order snacks?
You have
That'd
all the
be so
snacks you
man.
want.
I have a Red Bull. I haven't had this in years.
Ooh.
I can't stand those. For some
I
reason,
got
they
it
make my head hurt.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm about to go on a ride probably.
I can't drink those, but I can drink Monsters. But I always drink
Oh.
the white one, the Zero Ultra, that one.
Even
It's
worse,
too late to be drinking any caffeine on my side. I would not
like
be
fake
sleeping.
healthy.
I'm
Yeah, no,
so
I got-
hyped. I'm so
I got
hyped for
coffee
this.
right now.
I'm actually gonna ask my husband to bring me a tea. I can drink caffeine. Doesn't make me sleepy. I wish. Does it keep me awake?
Yeah,
rather.
no,
I
it-
wish.
A Red Bull would keep me awake.
It doesn't
though.
do anything to me. Well, okay, so Maggie, let's be fair. All right? You're kind of pocket sized, so it doesn't take
Don't
much.
judge.
I'm not judging. Okay,
I can eat a lot.
I'm part hill giant, so it takes a lot to even jar me. Okay, so
I
I
might
get
be
it.
small, but I can eat a lot. I'm like Oz a little bit.
I'm gonna say she's
See,
mighty.
It's weird. I can take caffeine like crazy, but I get maybe one alcoholic drink, and I'm like, no, I can't do this anymore.
When I first met Bub was like, "Do you work out a lot?" And I was like, "Well, decent amount." Why? He's like, "Because the way you talk about food,
You
this
never
should not be
guess.
happening."
No, you would never
Because
guess.
I love food so much.
So Maggie pulls you pull the fat kid thing, okay? Like you talk
I
about
love
food like it's a
so
lover.
much.
All right.
Well,
yeah.
now that I'm working out,
is.
it is. I'm with you. And now that I'm working out, I did 45 minutes on the treadmill, and it's like I'm done. It's like calories burned 440. I'm like, how many cookies is that? Like I immediately
Yes,
like
exactly.
If I
Exactly,
didn't-
2 chocolate
yeah.
chips.
it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like a
unfortunately,
Starbucks and a
like
half.
every cookie's like 200 calories.
How much is
Yeah.
that cookie that Cobalt showed us? Hold on,
Probably
I'm Googling.
$3.
$280.
No, I mean calorie wise.
You could probably look it up because California rules like you have to have
Snowman
Oh,
nutrition.
calories.
200
Yeah,
calories per dollar.
I don't
is the
want to know
requirement.
how much the
Yeah.
calories the cookie is in front of me.
Oh
Yeah, I know.
shit!
It's probably like
Is
600
it
or
more than
700.
that?
It's 380.
How many?
Right?
390.
Yeah.
390.
It's the
What?
sugar. It's the sugar coating on top.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh my
scrape the
God.
snowman part off. now.
300.
It was way more than I thought.
I don't want to
You
talk
ruined the
about
snack.
any of this right now. Oh my gosh,
My
because
God.
I have all the extra Halloween candy and
Oh yeah, don't eat that.
Oh no.
And
Yeah.
my daughter's candy is she got a bunch and she's not eating it, and I eat it. I eat it all. I eat it all.
Oh.
Look,
Dude,
look, my snowman's the horse.
Damn.
delicious.
Wow.
You
food.
just see Eli in the corner. We're like, what's that munching sound? He's like, hey guys.
No.
He's like a zombie back there.
Damn.
So you know horse.
Oh
Raw
my
leg.
Torag
Wait,
started was
start- what?
cool.
I usually like it when it's still neighing, but this will do.
Oh, God.
I like seeing the life leave its eyes.
Cobalt's being like, alive? No, that's such a goblin thing to do. Dead or not at all.
Oh God, we have taken
Right?
a dark turn right away.
Yeah. So let's round it in here. Let's talk. What actually happened last time outside of horse, like cattle decapitation? Okay, so let's talk about it.
We wrapped up with Garovin
Yes.
action, which
Yes.
was started off with, speaking of Eli getting some mad smack and not accepting the sigil. So I'll leave it to you. to
I
talk
won
about it.
that argument. I'm just saying.
You got us kicked out. He was like,
Like-
get the fuck out of my house now.
Yeah, because he had to contemplate reality after that conversation. He's like, I'm I don't know about my existence now. So
Oh man, you hit him so hard, man. He had to unwrite his own works at that point, I suppose. So
very
yeah.
angry.
What was accomplished? Like, what was the point of that conversation, if you don't mind?
Yeah, Eli.
Just
what
to
was
guilt
the
trip
point?
him,
Yeah.
and because he tried to force his blessings upon me, and when I turned them down, he got agitated. So I was like, hey, I was being nice, but now I'm red flag because
Sure.
I don't like. Why are you getting so upset that I'm not using your boon that like you're offering me? Like my friends took it. I don't need it. I don't need your dark magic.
Oh, okay. All right. So
I probably do need it, but
Well,
Eli
so
doesn't think he does.
externally, yeah, looking at it from a mechanical standpoint, yeah, it's gonna be a blessing to have it. It's at least like a get out of jail free card from a surprise trap, from like a spooky. But in this case, I mean, Eli's thick. He may not like have the highest AC, but he's got a ton of hit points, and he's got paladin supernatural abilities. So you will likely excel in a lot of situations of this place. Honestly, like I'm really grateful that you guys weren't like, you know what, let's roll 5 clerics, because this would just be a breeze, like free level ups all over the place.
Yeah, I decided to go.
Well, how
with
much to donate for a class change?
Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah.
Damn it!
What's going on
wild
with that?
magic?
'Cause-
I'm a cleric now? That's weird.
Wow. What role is that
Odd.
needed to be?
Hey,
What
I have
guys.
this character sheet pre-prepared.
What like so I know Darkest Timeline is 777. Which one is that?
Probably not.
it's
Which
the
one it is to
divine.
turn, or are you actually
I like the
are you
sound.
hoping for the darkest timeline?
No, stop! You're just mean to me. I meant like instant class change.
I don't
Like, I'll
actually know.
Big money, no whammy. That
It might be there. You guys, you got to know that you have some wild magic going into this, but at the same time, they're not all bad. Now, quite a few people have come through, and they're hoping to help out.
Aw.
Hey guys, you know it'd be a
It's
good
a nice
idea.
story, but I don't believe you.
same.
He's like, yes, cast some spells, spellcasters.
I want to do unarmed fighting, but I don't want to be a monk, which is actually good at it. So I'll take unarmed fighter, which is like a weird subclass of fighter, and then let's take that into a realm with zombies
Yeah.
and ghosts, and let's just make the most useless character
Look,
to the
To
group
talk about
ever.
the next thing that happened,
Can I?
Eli did return with some items, one of them being a sword,
Yes.
which there's
Mhm.
only 20 of these swords that exist. They were
Mm.
given
It's
to
on
these
loan
raid
right now.
leaders. They were
Right,
given
it's
to
on
these raid
loan,
leaders,
yeah.
and there's only 2 of them left. This is one of 2 of those.
I have temporarily purchased it and then loaned it out
They
again.
were made for fighting a lich leader, which is, a whole very interesting thing. What's happening here? Are we working? Isn't that what the Way was trying to do? Is create liches? All of this lich. I don't like when multiple words of lich are being.
Yo,
introduced
I'm gonna be
here.
real with you. If you guys haven't
That's
looked up
fair.
anything on Ustalov is fucked up. It is
Not
a
looking up
dark
any of that shit,
and
man.
scary place. It is quite literally like the worst timeline, Transylvania. Huzzah! That's
Yeah,
Ustalov.
no.
That's where you guys are like, let's throw a party and bury our buddy.
Look, it's not about throwing a party. It's about,
The party's
having a
not
sharing the
party.
love of our friendship with this friend that's died. Okay, it is a way to grieve.
I mean, that's fair. It doesn't really change your
party is
your,
just,
your
you know-
location though, right?
Oh, like extra.
I didn't pick where he was dying.
That's also not wrong, but at least it wasn't an Nadal. That could have been way worse.
Look, I'm mad that I'm here. Like, seriously, Professor Al, this is where you're taking me? Do you remember where I came from? I got 6 HP right now.
True. We're gonna be so strong after we
Strong.
maybe survive. We'll see. You can go show off to all your friends. Oh wait, you don't have any.
Wow.
It's true.
Whoa, this is a takes one to know one situation. Let's not pretend
I have
Eli doesn't have a
friends.
lot of friends.
I go out once a month.
Once a month.
To bingo? Like
What
Eli
kind of
just
party does
shows
Eli go to every
garden.
like once a month?
Garden.
A garden, not go to a garden.
Eli goes to a garden once a month.
Oh man.
Outing.
Gotta check on my evergreens.
Yo, that would
really,
be
a
that would
really
be wild.
fancy graveyard.
Oh my
He just
god.
talks to a dryad.
Right.
Oh man.
Well, hi, Brody.
I'm
Dude,
honestly I'm here
what's
for this
really
experience.
hurtful is like not even that, you know, Cobalt said that Oz had no friends, but that, you know, Oz agreed, and Rye's over here like what the
Well,
fuck?
I
What
mean,
about our
look,
friendship? How
look,
dare you?
I think you've already moved on.
Wow.
What?
Oh my god.
We got pretty far before
What?
there was the
Oh,
we
what is
didn't
it?
sleep together joke.
What is the
shit.
definition of a friendship here?
No, I'm joking. It just
What
got-
in the world?
I'm
Oh my gosh.
this is some
Rise the
Jerry
homie
Better go
Springer
bang
shit.
Oz right now,
Official.
Rye. Jesus.
3 more episodes, guys. This is it's gonna end with Rye on Maury Povich saying that baby don't look like me. I'm calling it right here.
I don't know any goblins. What are you talking about?
Rye is so hurt right now.
Rye is not the father. Eli just runs.
Runs to the famous
backstage.
couch.
Odd.
Okay,
too good.
Oz has a few friends now. Now.
For sure. I mean, that's been clear up to this point, right? Like you, in your background, in your scenario, you came from a situation where you were not quite loathed, but because you didn't have the physical prowess as the rest of the other hobgoblins and goblinoids, you were shoved in a kitchen, and then you found that you could cast spells, which made you a definite outlier, right? Like you were like, whoa, this is Rovagog don't party this way, okay? We're supposed to stab things with pitchforks. What's this about? And that's when you found the professor. You were brave enough to wander into a town and find this guy who was willing to help you at a library where they weren't even prepared to loan you a book, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
It was a bookstore. I was trying to buy a book, and they wouldn't sell to me. But Professor L got me the book.
Wait, I have a question. Did the what was it, like a library or like what?
No, it was
where
like a
did-
bookstore.
So did that bookstore ever catch on fire? And did the professor ever get caught against a wall by a swinging pillar that almost killed you, that would have killed you? And then did he come in and save you with his body in the burning building and
I
heroically
see
help
where this
you
is
out?
going.
Did he? I was just, this is a
This
innocent-
feels
Did he let
oddly
you pull
specific.
glass out of
it's
his
not
eye?
specific. This is a general situation that could have happened. I'm just asking if it did.
It feels generally leading, but it's quite general, yes.
That's a good word.
I'm not speaking of any specific event, guys.
Sure.
I'm just, if it reminds you of anything,
I got a couple of ideas.
then that's
This
Mix
tea
in
is well
something with that
timed.
Red Bull.
I'm gonna sit here and sip.
Was there a giantess in that bookstore that happened to try to bring down the house? I'm gonna get, just for curiosity's sake, I bet not.
yeah.
No.
Bet
I'm
not.
actually a little sad that I'm not permanently a giantess. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, that would be
That would
pretty
be
cool.
amazing. I just step on people.
So
It'd be like Steven's Universe vibes.
Yes.
so that is a
I'm huge
common
Steven's Universe fan.
common thread that I found, that people are like, well, we have a small size character, we have a bunch of medium sized characters. Why can't I play a large size character? It's like, that's fine until suddenly you have to fit somewhere and then you can't. So then like you're left out. You don't get experience.
No,
you
I
don't get
smash and I make something.
I
fit
saw a
me.
woman on TikTok put herself into a bread box. Anything's possible.
Yo, was she 16,000 pounds? I bet the fuck not.
You don't know.
Don't
Okay, I
assume
mean, I guess
someone's
I don't.
weight, man. Okay, it's 2021.
Yeah, sure, I
You
guess.
see, Christy wasn't that. It was magic. So I'm sorry.
What
I mean,
kind of videos are you guys watching?
When I used to work
For you, page is amazing.
and do a lot of events, we had a theme every year. I would try to fit into various things, like the goodie bags that people give out. There's a photo or video of me going into one of those and fitting in it,
Please.
into suitcases, into weird cupboards. Yeah.
I need to see these.
Not my
Research.
life. I don't fit in a lot of things.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. We did a
Very
similar game
small.
with me. But instead it was how many things can I step on and destroy quickly? Because if you guessed it was everything, then that's accurate.
Dude, I got the same issue, but with social circle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to fit in. They're just like, I'm like, okay.
Okay, that's believable.
Oh, I'm sad now.
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. Truth does hurt, though.
It does. It does a little bit. It stings a little. So what else happened? We had the great ribbing of back and forth between Eli and Alendru, right? And then we had the sword, which has gone to Rye now, right?
I think.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
Yeah, via me. Like I promised to buy it for a lot of gold,
Yes.
but in the meanwhile, I'm like like lending my not paid for item
Yes.
to Rye.
Then we buried our dear professor again.
Yeah, you
But we
did.
found another body. By we, I mean Oz did, and he screamed like a baby.
Uh-huh.
And people came to my rescue. We found out that it was a gravekeeper, but Tripp could talk to him, like could see him.
Yes.
Did not share this information with us, though. I don't think.
Doesn't trust these 5 people.
And we learned how Eli met the professor, which was kind of interesting.
Yeah, you guys did. There was a little bit of backstory drop there, which that was the first time that we ever experienced that, at least from Eli's perspective. So that's nice.
Oz was gonna share his, but then Tripp was like walking towards Harrowstone, and there were like other spirits moving that direction. We ended up being like, "Bro, where you going?"
Yeah,
We're going to Disneyland. Started running.
you guys
I
did
wanna
do
go.
something that you hadn't done in quite literally the entire time of the game. You guys separated items and you divvied them out. That was another tremendous part.
Yeah, we spent a lot. Dude, I didn't realize.
I think we didn't
with
realize
this
how much
group-
stuff we had. Yeah.
Well, I don't think we realized how much this group like wants to like haggle with each other and stuff either.
Yes.
It was so funny. Like, okay, so we divvied it up, like out of character, but in character was like, who's gonna use the sword? Well, I think I should get the sword. Okay, well, we'll let him use the sword, but then he has to give the sword back to me. Well, I want 100 gold for that sword. I gave you 200 gold. It's like, well, okay, but I've got only 105 gold. I think, how much did Torvin
I
get? It was
do
like- it
have a
was
problem,
very-
by the way, with that, because originally it was going to get
We're going
500
back
gold,
into it.
Okay,
and
what's
I said Oz owned, 10% of it, which I was being generous with, and Temerity was like, I'll give you 700, and I'll give Oz 400, and I'm like, is that how percentages work?
How much
How are
was
we
mine
haggling
again?
with
I
gold
was
that
cool
we
with
don't
it.
own? How does this work?
I think I got
That
1%.
I'll give you all. What is? Oh God, take my Star Wars card. I can't remember the line when Leia's like, "I'll give you all the riches that you deserve."
You just hand me the gold, I'll divvy it out. Don't worry about it. I'll make it fair.
All the money that you can imagine, basically.
So
Like
this was a
magical.
good example of what I'm talking
Cave of
about.
Wonders.
Well, and speaking of it, it resurfaced. It manifested in front of us.
You might have cost me more money. I'm gonna take it out of your ass.
Yeah. So there was a lot of like strategy, like a lot of just, making sure people had potions and all that good stuff. Just, like any good dungeon group would do, I assume, before they go tromping off into the dark and the unknown.
Through the woods.
Yeah. Into the woods.
On
Into
and
the
on.
woods. But yeah, so we did make it to Harrowstone
Yes.
eventually.
Yes.
Well, at least the gates, outside of the gates. And some crazy shit happened.
A little bit, yeah.
The horses.
We got there, and then the horses started freaking out, and they didn't want to move. And then Oz got out to try to calm them down. And then Rye killed a horse
Yeah, well, okay. You're missing
by
the
like Mike
context of-
Tyson
wow.
punching it out.
You just skip over the whole saving Oz thing. Okay. Again, it's fine. Yeah, so the horse, like, how did you get hurt? Where did it kick you in the chest?
It just
Yeah.
kicked me in the face or something.
Pretty much
Picture
like
in here.
Jesus.
right here, like open chest, right leg
And you
lower
got
chin.
6 HP left?
I have 6 HP left.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I rolled like max damage.
Yep,
Yeah.
he did.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, anyways, the horse kicked Oz. I punched the horse. It didn't calm down. I thought that would do it. so I had to kill it with the
You
phrasma
think
sword.
punching it is gonna calm it down?
Punching it
Well,
in
I
the
thought
head.
maybe if I punched it, well, yeah, if I
Let me
punched
just
it
punch
hard
this
enough,
horse to make it calm down.
if you punch a horse hard enough, it could have like stunned it. It could have
Look,
like knocked it silly.
We've all watched.
I mean, I
Blazing
hit
Saddles,
it really
okay?
hard. I hit it really hard.
Mongo punched the shit out of a horse. So we saw what happened with Mongo in Blazing Saddles. So I mean, it's a feasible thing.
I'm not saying
don't
if
think-
I punched a horse or you punched a horse that anything would happen at all. These are extraordinary
No.
people. This is an extraordinary man with extraordinary fists. All right, he was bringing it, man.
Yeah,
All right,
tell me more
yeah.
about Rye.
His
He's
arm
called
was
the handyman.
muscular. It was very, and there's a lot of muscles
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
You guys probably noticed while he was swinging because every time he punches, it's almost like it's in slow motion. You know,
Okay.
it's
Yeah, I
like because
think for
everyone's
Temerity
watching.
and us for sure.
Yeah, and everyone's watching. It's just like it, and there's the muscles. Really, it's about the torque.
Are you
You
gonna
know,
wear a shirt?
Just rip cords off that trilat. You see beads of sweat kind of like fling
Yeah,
off.
it's
into
really
the
in the
wild.
hips when you move. It's not just about the arm; it's the whole motion.
See,
Yeah.
and now he's hip thrusting.
It's the spin
You
of the
always-
hip every time.
And you always hear
Yeah.
that Matrix.
What is
Yeah.
it?
Every
Some
time.
videos with like the barbell on your crotch and you're
Oh
like,
yeah, like
like the
like
bridges,
a
like you're
WWE
exercising. Yeah.
belt.
Wow.
It's-
Okay, that went a totally different direction.
It's a oh my
Yeah.
I
god.
don't know. We just kept going. I figured I'd just go.
It's a John Woo film, so you see as it connects, it immediately goes in. You see the horse's skull where the jaw's like, like just waving and shit.
Sherlock
Thank you.
Holmes is in the background being like, discombobulate. Horse. 6 weeks physical recovery. 6 months. What is it? Mental
Psychiatric
recovery.
therapy,
Yeah,
yeah.
psychiatric recovery. Yes.
Perfect.
Discombobulate. Yeah.
Why were the horses freaking out?
Because
Ghosts.
they got to Harrowstone and there was
Horses
ghosties
are
everywhere.
inherently evil.
Yeah,
Animals
the
are-
stride was a nasty one.
So was this the first time that you guys have actually been to Harrowstone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I mean,
No.
not me. I've been there like once.
Sure.
before.
I've,
I remember we found Pevrin near like the gate area
Yeah.
before, and he was looking for an animal.
Yeah,
I
Pevrin got in
think.
trouble. He got in trouble. He was actually the one that
Yeah.
discovered Petros's body. He said he'd been here multiple times because this is where animals had been found. He found them dead. So
Yeah.
with Pevrin being sort of like a hot commodity, why now are there so many ghosts? What's happened? What's happening?
Oh, Tripp, tell us.
Yeah. He. Well,
These
first
are
off,
your
he
ghost
got,
friends.
yeah. They're being siphoned into the prison,
Sure.
and I'm being compelled right now to go inside. And I believe the only thing kind of keeping me locked in is Pevrin's vessel or his soul. But yeah,
Is there a
From
point?
the-
Is there a point to it?
I'm assuming they're gathering as much ghost power, ghost splooge, I think is what they call it, to get more power.
Ectoplasm.
Yeah, ghost coom or whatever it is.
What?
Are
He's
all
slimy.
ghosts just made of that then? Not
Yeah.
Ectoplasm.
Just
Okay.
ghost,
I don't think
ghost
they're all
splooge.
made of it, but you can like. I think there's like some. I know there's like spells that use it as like a regent.
Yes.
Residual.
When they pass through objects or immaterial subjects, they leave behind residue.
Reagent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
see,
leave behind
see,
as a
see on
residue.
the UV light. and just
Regent's
like-
a different thing.
but yeah,
Yeah.
there's they're siphoning. I'm assuming they're siphoning the energy of the ghosts themselves, the undead life force that they have, into the prison to do evil shit. I don't know. It's not good.
Yeah, told
Okay.
you to
Trying to
start.
spawn the first
running and stabbing
home goods or some shit. I don't know. Something evil.
I think they're making a lich boy out of the warden.
You think they know how to make a lich?
I think
Mm.
they're.
Possibly.
I think they may have figured it out now.
Oh shit.
I don't know. Is the process for lichdom similar to that of like Dungeons and Dragons? I mean, like this is
Yeah,
Pathfinder,
like a
right?
factory.
Well, I mean, there's like the template of you do like the little like runic cube with the drawings and then like the papers and you throw them in and like you become a lich like that. And then there's like other processes that you can just do to like store your soul or have a deity do it for you.
Xander hasn't
like,
quite perfected it yet. Like he's still working on it, but he's got the basic steps of making a phylactery down.
Yeah, like that whole like because I had a character that was trying to go for Lister one time. I looked into it and I was like, what? Like you have to die and then come back to your own corpse after you like rise somewhere else. You have to like kill
That's
a
if
certain
you
amount
die.
of babies and stuff. It's like it's a
No.
bunch of craziness.
The old school
some weird
to
D
it.
one,
They're
you have to
turning
store
vagina into a
32
lake.
gems in your teeth. You replace your teeth with gems.
Yeah, it's like a bunch
Yeah.
of
It's weird shit.
yeah.
It's super weird
Yeah,
shit.
each one has a soul in it, and then you make the little phylactery box. That's the old school way, but they
there's
redid it.
there's also different kinds of liches, right? Like you're not just resigned to if like, oh, he's a lich, like another one, right? Like there's just different levels of lichdom. So
I didn't know that. I knew
Oh,
there were
yeah.
different levels of lichdom. I just didn't know there were different types of
Yeah.
liches.
yep, there are different
Yeah,
types of
there's-
liches. They're all bad
Well,
news.
and
None of them are good.
also
Yeah, yeah,
wasn't
none of
the
them.
Piper of Ilmarsh like dosing people's mules with like lich dust or some
Yeah.
gross
Oh
shit
yeah,
like
it
that?
was.
Yeah.
But that was a poison plant, right? That was an actual like.
Hope that that's
Well-
not what you smoked.
The way was trying to discover the formula for liches and engineering their releases. So like I don't know what the release part is, but maybe that's what's happening here. I don't know.
But the poison was called Lich Bane, right? Like it was
No, it's lich dust.
Lich
Lich
Dust.
dust.
That's what it's
yeah.
called, lich dust.
Look, I take my notes, man.
That's right. That's right.
She own
Ooh,
it.
Karami is good point. Rai
Mm.
could be a lich. I like it.
Oh shit.
Could be.
I have
Theoretically.
no soul. Yeah.
You have
theoretically.
12 souls.
Yeah, they're just not yours.
They're just not yours.
For the
yeah.
record, there are liches that are positive beings, but they're generally seen as arch liches. The typical lich is an undead being of horror and catastrophe, but arch liches are generally those of positive nature.
Wait.
I don't
what?
think
How-
this is a positive lich.
Yeah, no, it's
exact same process.
Rai is a
except
positive lich.
You take positive energy and you just throw it into a vessel. Soul
Pretty
still
much.
gets removed.
You might be.
Yes.
Tell you all about it. It's
You might
not hard
be. You know what? Maybe Rye is somewhat through the process and just hasn't finished it yet.
Yeah, I like that. Rai the
Oh,
lich.
dude, you can level drain people just by punching the shit out of them.
Yeah, don't give him ideas. Don't give him ideas. So let's talk about the things that you as the viewer can do. Okay, some things that both the players and some of the audience actually know. There are
Please.
two Harrow cards tonight. There are two of them. The first is the crow. So the chat's gonna see that there. The crow. I'm not sure if you guys can see it or not. Bam, the crows. And for you guys here, you can remember the crows. The second is the
2
cyclone.
cameras. Fancy.
Yes, I do. In fact,
Fancy in
one's
here.
a C920, the other's a Brio, which is also S.
Don't matter. They're all like tinier than 720 boxes anyway.
Yeah, it's terrible. But we have some of these cards are aligned, some of these cards are not. They're misaligned. So if I can recall, the crows are misaligned and the cyclone is aligned. So I'm going to talk about these. This is something that I don't do a lot, but I need you guys to know what this is. At least what I've written down. Reverse. Oh, it's the other way around. So the crows are aligned and the cyclone is misaligned.
Oh.
The crows are aligned. The cyclone is misaligned.
Why is that feel
Perfect.
worse to me?
That feels worse to me too.
All right.
That
So
sounds like 2 cards.
we are going to. It's because
Ooh, I
it
like
is
Uno.
2 cards. The crows. Things that the crow could mean. In this case, the crows, it's an aligned force. So, let's see. It is a varied situation. It is a gray matter situation. So essentially it's going to come in as a very neutral environment that's going to proceed and deliver new role play. It's going to deliver new information, things that wouldn't have been here. So courtesy of the crows being drawn, you'll have a new investigative approach of something that arises to you very soon.
Ooh, that's handy.
I have things in mind for that. And the cyclone's a tricky card.
Yes.
This is misaligned. So, the cyclone, things that the cyclone could mean, because it's generally seen as a negative card already, because it's misaligned, it actually is positive. Joke's on you, chat. You guys helped out the players twice. So, if this is aligned, it is a major success in the villain's plans. But the card is misaligned. The group gains unity, a period of prosperity, and cooperation is found. Any actions they perform together will have a circumstantial bonus of +4, and it will cut the time cost.
Wait.
We're all friends again.
We
dude.
would
That's
like
pretty much-
another sword of +2 ghost touch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like there's only 2 left. We might as well have the both of them.
Right, I
Right?
mean,
Like,
why
one
weren't
of
they
them in the right
together?
hands. Yeah, exactly.
I
There's
mean,
no reason that's a thing that can't have happened.
And a sword, one of them could be like a club or a mace or
They
something.
were made to fight a lich leader. I feel like
Yeah.
that's what's happening now. So,
all right, I'm already going to bat for you guys consistently against the chat. So please, don't butter me up further. You have to convince them to make the rerolls happen because everything
Wait,
else.
what? Okay, just so I'm clear. What? Okay, so we have a. Okay, can you restate the last card?
Yes,
in the
if
effect?
it is aligned because it's already a negative card, if it is aligned, it is a major success in the villain's plans, hastening their timeline of events. If it is misaligned, unity is gained and a period of prosperity and cooperation is found. You will gain a circumstantial bonus whenever you act together. So if you have to combine strength checks, you are combining your knowledges to try to learn something. I'm going to give you a
Yeah,
circumstantial
okay.
bonus of +4.
So in this case, being misaligned was an advantage for us.
Correct.
Yes.
This time, yes.
Okay.
We
I tend
dodged
to
a
think,
storm legitimately.
Yes.
Okay, I tend to think when it's misaligned, it's going to be negative in
Bad.
nature.
Yeah.
Correct. Some of the cards are written to be failures. They're written to be bad. But then when you misalign it,
Like Captain Planet.
Gotcha.
Our rings
Okay.
together.
it could have been, a major success in the villain's plans and hastening their timeline. That could have been really bad. It could have been really bad. Yeah. So
It's not bad. It's a reverse bad or
Yes.
a reverse good.
it's
So
up.
Blade of Gryffindor.
No reverse card.
Yeah. It's up to you guys up to this point to make luck rerolls happen. So far, we have none, and that's okay.
Oh, we need some.
We don't need luck rerolls tonight. We got family.
Yeah.
I'm going to kick him from the call. Hold on. Okay.
Rye will continue to roll very well, like he has done all campaign.
Look,
Without
last
help.
episode, we did great.
Actually, Rye's rolls have been better in
They've
the
been,
last
they
several
have,
weeks.
yeah, they have been getting better, and I'm not
They
mad at
have.
it.
Please.
I'm
Yeah,
not
but-
either. It's great to roll something other than 4 consistently, like 4 times in a row.
Okay. I'm going to put you
could
guys
you could give your rerolls to Bub.
on the map here. So we're actually
We
going to
should
have a map
still
page.
sell.
I might as well, because I'll re-roll 4 into a 4.
Harrowstone is a big place. You guys should have vision. If you're not in the Roll20, make sure that you are there. I've gone through and
Yeah.
I've personally
Little
adjusted
Chungus
each of your
vision.
vision levels.
Ooh, oh yeah, when I move it.
Now, it is very
Move it.
important to know that not every one of you have dark vision, okay? It just so
I
happens
got
that
it.
most of you have dark vision because, I don't know, you chose the right race for it. But if you were just a piddly human, you've got regular eyes. And there's at
Yeah,
least 2
talking
of you.
smack about gobos. But now you need me.
Are we supposed to be seeing something?
We need you.
If you click on your
Hey, the
character
maps-
and you move it around, you should be able to see your
Yeah.
vision alterate.
If it's
I
just
don't.
all,
I see a black.
you might need to make your
Go all
screen
the way down.
zoom it out so
This
that
is a
you can
massive map.
see. Like it's in the
Oh.
lower.
It's down the
yeah.
bottom left corner.
Yeah.
Because I
I
was like,
see.
I see that. Never mind. We're small.
Yeah.
SMOL.
Yeah, this is a big place. Okay, it's a very big place. And
Big
for what it's worth,
Chungus.
I promise that the map gets better. It's only blurry because they chose a scale on a very small resolution image. So I'm doing the best that I can with this. But yes, this is a big fucking place, right? This is a super prison, so it is designed to be rather large. Now,
I see my token,
see
but no
subs.
map.
I see.
you see, okay, so that's, my guess is it's because you guys need to designate who is holding your light source. Who is going to be holding light here?
I already have a torch, so
Do you have it? Okay, so then I am going to give you light. Dynamic lighting.
I gave a torch to Eli, even though he talked smack to me.
I don't know.
I
Am I
have to
still
hold my shield.
Am I still entrenched? Because I know me and Rye ended at the front of the gate last session because we were I was being called there and he was getting ready to pull me back.
Can you see anything now, Cobalt?
It's still very dark for me as well. And in fact,
I just see darkness.
yeah, same. And
I attack the dark.
I
when
have-
I drag the character, the
Mhm.
program lags like bad.
Yeah, well, that's again, it's
Maybe
just a particular
I
map
don't-
here. Check
I'm
this
not
out.
lagging. I can see all the
Let me.
the magic.
Get a good
Maybe,
PC.
I'll try to refresh. Let me try to do that.
You're fine. I'm. Despite
Maybe
what
they
I've
just
done,
have very little view, like vision, Bub. So it's like a very small.
their
Oh,
vision
I
count.
got my torchlight now. I can see it.
Is there
I
a
don't
way
know.
to like turn my character?
Because they're both the humans.
Yeah,
right?
you have to zoom in and toggle it around. So I'm waiting to see if you guys can actually, if everybody can see. What does refresh give you, Cobalt?
I'm able to.
I just see darkness.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I
reload
can
it.
swivel. I can
Alright, that's fine.
move, but it's just black board.
Yeah, I was dealing with the same thing. It is a vision thing,
There
but
you
like
go.
I can.
I
Oh,
see
there we
that.
go.
I turned it all
Okay.
off because it's so cumbersome to have to deal with, and I don't know why. Despite going over the tokens for over an hour, the dynamic lighting is still such a hang-up on the system.
It wasn't for me. It was working. It was cool.
Wish I could make it better, but unfortunately, sometimes that's just how it works.
Just doesn't have a soul, man. That's all. I'm just kidding.
Checks out. So-
Yeah, and now the program's running a lot smoother.
Yeah, it might
I
be
don't have
that.
any problems.
Yeah, I don't know why, but there's sometimes where dynamic lighting will fuck with your refresh rate and it'll cause it to lag out.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It does. So I'm going to run with this here. I'm going to take advantage, and I'm going to give you guys the story and let you decide what has happened. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
I think we rid the land of whatever evil is here, and we win.
That's right. Big party time.
And we get like how many
Fireworks.
plat? 2 plat. It's great.
Oz got a medal.
Good luck. That's what I have
I
to
got
say.
a medal.
We line up, we get shovels, and we dig until Harrowstone falls into the ocean.
Like it.
A barren hill south of Ravengrow. A focal point for light to shine. If light ever shone upon this bleak structure. Now a stark echo of a once inglorious past. Harrowstone sits with its sagging roof decaying with every passing minute. Its centralmost structure visible through a large gap in its stone barricade. A surrounding wall meant to keep those in, just as much as it is to keep others out. A partially overgrown track leads from the southern edge of town, winding around the base of the hill, leading up its southern slopes, to the mouth of wrought iron teeth, a creak in the wind. You stare at the gates of Harrowstone. Nearest you, a horse freshly decapitated, blood still dripping from the blade of pharasma that Rye clutches. Peverin's attention turned to the prison gates as he stares seemingly into an endless sea of the heads of apparitions. Some staring out the gate, some swaying like an ocean. What will you do now?
Was there something happening last session that Rye was alerted to with Peverin? What's
Yeah.
going on with Peverin?
I was being compelled to walk into the prison.
Okay. I was seeing Peverin kind of walk off towards the gate alone, and I was, just murdered that horse.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like struggling at that point too. Like it was getting like really hard to fight the urge to want to go in.
Yeah, things are already going very bad, and we haven't even gotten inside the gate. So, I'm gonna look at Eli and ask Eli if he can look at, look over Oz while I go and try to help Peverin.
Should we use a potion?
I'd save that for emergencies. We have a little time. Maybe, I know sometimes your spells don't happen instantaneously.
I don't have any spells at my disposal. At least not yet.
Well, whatever magics or gods or wherever your power comes from, I know you can do it.
Yes, I can heal, but that same power that heals is probably effective against evil spirits as well. So would you rather have it for offense or defensive purposes?
Well, I mean, we can't go in with Oz in this condition, so something has to be done.
Still clutching onto his chest, freshly being kicked by a large steed.
My vote is a potion. We're not going to have another chance to rest. We don't know when that's going to happen. And my divinity is limited, and also more versatile.
Rise like
The potion, do it. I mean, that's a kick.
who's got the potions right now, or where are we at right now with potions?
It's pinned in the pin post. Pecker runs up to Oz and is like, there's like a little vial, a green vial that's like hanging from like a little necklace around his neck, and Oz just chugs that shit while they're having a conversation.
There
He's
you
just
go.
Like,
It's like a Saint Bernard.
yeah.
Seems Oz would agree.
Are you using Cure Light or Cure Moderate?
I only have one Cure Light Wounds potion, and then I will have no more potion.
Okay, it's going to be a D8 plus 1. If you'd like to roll that.
D8 plus.
How to reroll?
This could go well, could go poorly.
Don't jinx it.
Max, well done. Good roll. That's a good way to start us off tonight. Very good. You heal up 9 points.
You know what?
Bruise,
I'll take it
Exactly
back.
my
They
max
do work.
HP.
bruise will retain in the spot. You feel the sensitivity, but you no longer feel that heaviness, that sensation. You're certain may have cracked a bone, maybe fractured, but it's not enough to hinder you. You're not stopped. You feel some strength return to you. Pevrin, as you move closer to the courtyard tower doors, you see a sagging wood and metal gate set between a pair of stone guard towers, once barred and barring entrance into Harrowstone. But the gates now hang negligently open, creaking softly from what wind touches the ruined bars. Rows of faces, stuck in despair, wait, pleading for help, but never moving. Eye nor cheek, lip, there's no snarl. They just wait.
He will take a flint and tinder, just a flint, and he'll light the torch that he received.
Okay.
And he'll make his way into the prison, or past the gates. Not directly. He's not gonna fucking rush the gate like
Sure.
into the prison, but he'll make his way into the.
Sure, Rye, as you were speaking, you can see that Pevrin is starting to get much closer to the gate at this point. I'm assuming since this is a sort of real-time situation, let's play back a little bit. Let's not have you rush the gate at this point. I want to give Rye at least an option here to react.
Yeah, I'm seeing Pevrin kind of walk up and look. I could see that he's intently looking, but I don't see the spirits, right? Like I don't
You do
see
not.
all that.
No.
Yeah. So I think he's actually looking at like the gate and the architecture, and I'm actually gonna roll engineering to take a look at the architecture too, to see if I can learn anything about maybe the age of the structure, or maybe
Sure.
how much damage was done during the fire, or
course.
whatever.
Let's see what you got.
Sure.
That's really good. Luckily, you can see that if there was a fire, it never made it to the gate walls themselves. Time and weather has not been kind entirely. You can see that the wood that is above on the structures here, it's sagging. It's taken a lot of bit of damage. The stone seems to be fine still. Any of the bars may be rusted in spots, but they still remain. This place looks relatively untouched by human hands as far as you can tell.
Gotcha. Okay.
You definitely know that it's been more than a few decades before. That means since it had been abandoned. In fact, the fire was in 4661. It's been 50 years, almost to the date.
Okay. I kind of, as I'm like looking, I'm kind of just walking slowly behind Pevrin as I'm, eyeing this and kind of, taking all this in. I'm not saying anything. I'm just kind of following him.
Okay.
That's your only potion, Oz, or do you have another one?
Nope, that's all I got. Oz being able to breathe again, and pat and pecker on the head.
I'll be like, well, I'll be walking in with the rest of the group. I don't want to get too split up from everybody, but I'll take my small green potion out of the bag. I'll say, you can have mine. You can take it out of your cut of the sword if you want.
Oz will nod and take it. And this is this a small? This is a regular one, not a small one, right?
It's a small green.
So it's
What
a
is
cure
small
light.
green?
Yep, it's the only one I've got. So I'll mark it off my sheet.
What is Temerity and Torvin doing at this point? Are you guys watching? Are you waiting for for Eli to make his move? Or are you still kind of looking over the horse? The situation with the horse is not looking great, to be honest. I don't think he's coming back for the sequel.
No.
No, I'm
I'll-
moving on from the horse.
Yeah, I'm just the horse is just like, I mean, at this point it's meat. We don't need that right now.
Sure.
But I do see the exchange of vials, and I will take my cure moderate out and offer it to Oz for trade. I think you need this more than I. If you had to have, you know what? Never mind. Just keep them both.
Are you sure?
Yes,
I think you might want to keep that one.
I'm sure.
Oz will take it.
Pevrin continues to step inside the gates. Feel free to move yourself 5 to 10 feet if you'd like.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
You guys are definitely controlling your characters up to this point.
It's weird because it's saying where my front is, like it's the back of my token.
That's
So
okay.
I'm like,
I'll adjust that for you. There you go.
There's a little on mine. There's a line going to a square behind it, and if I click that, I can swivel.
Let's I'm gonna go ahead and pull you guys back just a hair first, because this is gonna happen to Rye before it happens to anybody else. It's unfortunate for Rye's circumstance and situation. You guys are gonna be moving up to the fence, and I will go ahead and turn Oz around as well. Thank you. So, my friend, you move up to the gate here. Pevrin, you pass through his Tripp, and the ghosts seem to sway. They shift out of your way, almost as if afraid to touch you, unawares as to what may happen or what you are to them, but they know that you are something more than they are. They recognize that you are staring directly at them while the others stare through them. It's a recognition. It's an exchange. I need a save. Rye. Give me a will save.
all right. Killing it.
Very good.
Dang.
This sudden rush just sort of washes over your body, starting with your shoulder at first as you kind of break by the gates. Almost feels like you're stepping in an area that's enveloped in water. There's this thickness, it's almost murky, a mire that you're trudging through. You can definitely feel the weight of it. There's something more going on here. You can't see it. But as you stare further into the yards, you get a better glimpse at what this place actually looks like. You see the 2-story structure. You see the bell at the top. A small house just to the front of it, probably 40 or so feet, which is remarkable in and of its sense. This is supposed to be a prison. Why would a house be on the grounds? You can see that there's some lasting damage to the structure off to the far right, and it definitely looks like some crenellated features to the left and right as well. Do you call back to the others, or do you just continue moving?
I turn back and look at the group, and I kind of call out some different about. Something feels different here. Something heavy. Maybe one of those haunts. Was it Grovin? Grovin was talking about. I'm not sure. I think if you... I don't know. It might not be safe. I feel fine, though. Just heavy.
We want to give Pevrin the hide from undead?
I think we already knew that this place was gonna be dangerous.
Tripp, you can hear them. Despite you being 10, 15 feet away, you can hear them talking.
The hide from undead does not last very long, right?
Likely. I can double check for you if you'd like me to.
I think it's like 1 hour or something.
I thought it was an hour.
Might be an hour.
I mean, probably wait till we have see some undead before we start hiding.
But then they're
from
gonna know we're there. He's like, right?
Well,
We
I mean,
shouldn't
just
get too
depends
concerned walking
contextually.
in.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, we already
We
used
need
one
to find a
potion.
place inside. We need to find a place that we can go back to.
Well, you just let me know when you want me to do this. Also, there's no guarantee that we'll be able to cast this scroll, but I can definitely try.
Aye.
My darndest.
You can try. So,
It's,
who's next?
I
ready.
have been here a long time ago, but it was a long time ago.
I would like to see some sort of a marching order, if you don't mind.
I'm gonna stand next to Temerity and
You gonna go 2 by 2 and put Rye in the front near Peverin, or
I'm definitely not in the
'cause
front.
I would.
I'm in the front for sure.
Okay, then I would be right behind them.
okay? So
Um,
the
I
rear
would
side
still
looks
be-
like Temerity
Point.
Oz, then Eli Torvin, and then up to the front we've got the other two here. We have Peverin and Rye. Okay.
Maybe
right.
maybe I should be in the back and Rye should be in the front. And so in
I'm
case
trying
we
to
get
move forward
ambushed
to
from
point.
behind.
I gotta be honest, right? Like
Temerity
Rye's
can tank too.
big and strong and stuff, but he's not. I mean, he's got constitution, but he's not supposed to be taking a bunch of
Right.
damage.
And
He
we've got
can.
Torvin in the back. I mean, I
All
think
right.
of
Torvin's
anyone.
in the front.
Oh, Torvin's in the
Torvin's
front.
in the
Okay.
front, yeah.
He's gone
The-
point.
Yeah.
Think
Oh,
of him
okay,
like
that's
like an off tank, but DPS spec. Like
Well, where do you want the tank then?
In the
up
front.
front.
Okay, then I'll be up front.
Yeah, you be up front, and I will.
Where
And
do
if
you want
I'm
the
up
tank
front, then
always?
everyone else
The
should be in
front.
the back.
Then
Do you have any auras that you could be doing right now? I'm not sure what.
If you
paladin.
are within 10 feet of me,
Correct.
you have a resistance to fear.
the fear effect?
There, yes.
Yeah,
Okay, so we
+4,
want to
right?
stand within 10 feet of.
Aura of courage.
So
Yeah,
can I
yeah,
get
Eli.
Plus
since
4 morale bonus when saving throws against fear, and I'm unable to be feared, magical or otherwise.
Yeah,
since
that's
you're
gonna.
since you're
be good.
positioning him right, since you're going to position him near the front as a tank, it looks like Torvin has moved in, and I'm guessing that Eli is going to move in as well. Can I get will saves from the both of you, please?
We don't even make it through the gate. We all die.
Ooh, nice.
Man,
Very good. Torvin killed it.
God.
Just click the will
Mhm.
itself.
Yep, you just click will, and it will roll it for you. Okay. Eli, you're the first to fail.
Oh man, a 15's a fail.
Yes.
Damn.
A sudden rush of claustrophobia and the split-second dire sensation of your skin on fire. I need for you to roll 2d4, please.
I just turned behind me. Eli's son bursts into flame.
For the next 5 minutes, you feel as if your skin is roasting in your armor, that your hair is singeing beneath a tweed. You feel as if you're on fire and you're enclosed around you. You can see your allies, but you feel as almost if something is holding you in place, with the sensation of burning is happening. What do you do?
You've got the crabs.
Burning. I'm on fire. I'm
Is this something that would visibly see
anyone
you
else-
panic?
not panicking, but I'm like gritting my teeth. Like I'm very, very uncomfortable. What is going on? Is anyone else feeling this?
I unlocked my bow. You look
I'm not currently
fine.
feeling like that. And I don't want to.
No hot flashes here.
Careful when you walk inside. It burns.
I'm
You
gonna.
noticed none of the others were affected by
Oz is
this.
like not wanting to walk forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out and like touch him, like whether he wants it or not. Like, is he hot?
He feels about average temperature, right? Nothing seems that way. But the moment that you kind of like reach out to touch him, your arm breaches by the gate, and you feel the presence of figures kind of slanted, moving their hands across your wrist and your forearm. You can feel the pressure sensation of them touching you.
Can I pull him back?
If he allows it, sure. Would you allow her to pull you back, or would you just kind of be like in place holding?
I'm gonna have to go through it again if she pulls me out of it. I'm gonna have to walk back in again.
Dude,
So
do one of the haunts. The haunt siphon, right?
It has to the haunt has to manifest itself for
Tripp.
us to use it.
Well,
Right.
Yes.
Tripp,
yeah,
would
but
Tripp
you're on fire.
turn
so
around?
It's a manifestation.
At the sound of the grunting and the burning, of the
Yeah,
declaration
so
of being on
when-
fire.
I was gonna say the moment I heard Eli in trouble, I would say that'd be reasonable enough to break my focus off of the
wall.
What you see
ghost.
looks wholly different than what they see. They cannot see this wave of bodies that are seemingly holding the rest of them in, but they're avoiding you. Like you're a shark in the water, and they are the water. They're avoiding you entirely. They want nothing to do with you. But what you see when you glance back at Eli, they're trying to tear him apart. Their hands are wrenched up like they're clawing away at his flesh. You can see it tearing at his skin. There's moments where you almost feel as if you can see the skin distend and stretch from their actual pressure of their touch. And nobody else can see this.
Seeing that, I would turn around and look up at the ghost. Hey, get away from him! And I start walking like real fast toward him, torch in hand.
When you pass
Dagger drawn.
by Rye, you notice there is a noticeable shift in the area around you, almost as if like the air returns back to the field. But the moment that he passes by you, it almost swallows you back up and puts this pressure back on your person.
Oh my gosh, you're a little beacon of light.
When you finally make it over to him, Eli, there is a moment of respite, a cooling sensation as he nears you.
I'm feeling. I feel like I'm not burning so much anymore. Did I actually take damage from that?
No.
5 damage?
No.
We should move.
You're both
I think
like the
we need to
Keep
stay
moving.
close together. We all need to stay close.
Seems that they want to cause you harm, but they won't do so with me and Peverin.
Now the rest of you are standing there, and you hear him say that, but you see no one.
Who wants to harm us?
The others that are here.
Can you see them, Tripp?
I can.
What others?
I've seen them before too. When my eye activated the one time, and I could see everything.
How many
Just
others?
Probably like he sees.
There's a few, and Master Oz, it's the prisoners from here and the dead from the graveyard.
How many is a few?
That's 3.
Enough to fill the
Temerity,
courtyard.
you know that you have detect undead.
Right. So I'm hesitant in character to use it
Sure,
because
of course.
of things that have gone wrong.
Sure.
So which is where but that's where I'm going.
I
So
would tell her.
how many? You said 3?
No, I look around enough to fill the courtyard.
So more than a few.
Oh,
So
That's a lot
not
of-
3, but
let's
like
keep
30.
moving then, shall we?
Yeah.
He nods.
You Tripp was very talented when it came to math. You were essentially working administrative, managing money for a large individual, or at least a notable individual. So you'll find that you sort of lose count, immediate count, at around 400 or 500. It goes on much further than that, and it seems to branch around the building, and more are entering the gate with passing moments.
A couple of hundred, at the very least,
Okay.
and more coming.
So
I don't think any scroll of hiding is gonna help.
Where
them.
are they not coming from? Where can we move to?
They don't want to be near me.
Well, that's enough for me. Oz goes up right next to,
how
right up.
close?
right up close.
Okay.
Yeah, write us too as soon as he realizes, hopefully the whole
Where
group
do we
is.
move to? We can't stay here.
We have to go inside.
Gonna hug Peverins.
Just
Uh,
stick close to me,
Huddle
Master
around him.
Torvin.
Does Rye from here see the house, that shed out front?
Yes, give me perception, please.
Sure.
Can I do that too?
All of us, I think.
Sure.
25.
I roll perception
Wow.
at a -4.
I think I'm back to my 4s.
Very good. Oz, as you glance on, taking face value for exactly what Peverin has said, your eyes train on this building and you think, maybe, just maybe there might be something there. And when your eyes train on it, you continue to glance around. You hear a cry. Something. Drawing your attention. None of the others can hear it.
Inside of that shed over there. It sounds like it's crying.
It's fine. We've got to stay together. This place is going to play tricks on us. We got to
Aye.
make sure we don't split up.
And we'll get distracted.
So I would say that we need to move towards that shed. That it's as good a place to start as any.
Okay.
Let's go.
So then you huddle really close, essentially. You stay as close as you possibly can. Okay.
Yes, throw your fireball at us. We're ready.
Definitely not the case. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and position you guys over at the house. Once you get to the house, so it's just to sort of like maintain your order here. Never mind. You guys go right ahead.
Sorry, I just figured, yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. It makes sense. You guys do just that.
Okay.
As we're approaching, I'm looking for broken windows. I'm looking for an exit as well as an entrance.
Since you're here and you're specifically looking for this, give me a perception specifically from you.
I'm listening to where the crying's coming from, if that
Sure.
helps me, directionally and
Ooh.
able to
Yeah.
tell them where to go.
I'm
only-
offering to carry Peverin on my shoulders.
If only you had a luck reroll. That could make a world of difference. But not this time.
Womp, womp.
So. You do notice that there are some what looks to be some cracks, some shuttered up spots that have sort of sagged in the roof here. So you're peering at this building. This is a small brick manor house. It is since overgrown with thick sheets of grayish green ivy. The roof does sag limply from years of being beaten by the winds. But you notice that the front door hangs askew. The winds seemingly howl again, rustling through the eaves of the house from the front door, and this time all of you hear it. Cries from within inside.
You hear it? That's the crying I was talking about.
That ain't natural.
I don't think there's anything natural about this place.
Before you investigate, give me a second. And Rye walks up and he wants to check the house, see, check the roof, the integrity, just to make sure that it's safe, or at least how dangerous it might be. So I'm going to roll engineering again.
Fancy engineering.
Not bad. Not bad.
He's like, I've been waiting all season to roll enginering.
Yeah, man.
if there
Nobody
was-
get
A bajillion
listen,
points in this thing.
engineering
Now's my
doesn't get
time.
used enough. All right, I'm just saying.
No, it's awesome. I love it.
You know that it wouldn't take much for this particular structure to go down. At least the roof to come down. It's not.
Does it look like if we were to go in, like if we were to open the door, or like
Well, the
it looks
door
like
is
ready to go?
The door is already it's open, right? The door is already ajar. It doesn't you don't think that, right? Like they design these with load bearing beams in these spots specifically for that reason. But in some of the higher arches of the roof, there's a likelihood that it might come down if you guys were to, I don't know, start throwing your weapons or instruments around, something like that.
Gotcha.
If there was a fight that was engaged here, you might be in trouble.
Okay, Rye tells them this, that the house, the house is a little unstable, and especially the roof in the back.
Well,
I wouldn't trust anything wooden here. I'm not after 50 years.
And there's still ghosts even swarming this area, right? Like there's no reprieve from.
Yeah, are
From the
there
ghosties?
ghosts in this thing? Like they are outside?
So say that one more time. I misinterpreted that.
Like there's no there's still ghosts in this area, right? Like they're still funneling into this, or are they walking the path, funneling the pathway of the prison?
They're funneling into the gates themselves.
Okay.
For some reason, you have noticed that though they push along the walls of the building, none of them are entering into the building. You guys just got your first luck reroll. You were 4 away from getting your second luck reroll.
Oh wow! Thank you, whoever that was.
Dankeschön.
I would look to Eli. Oh, I look to the group and tell them out loud. They're not entering the prison just yet. They're circling.
Well, why not? Can you ask him?
I don't think they're going to be too inclined to respond.
Are
But
we gonna check out this building or not? Because if we aren't, then we need to move into the prison.
Yeah, Raya's gonna investigate his curiosity's gotten the best of him. He's gonna go in.
Tripp, as
Then
they say,
we're
that
all
as
going in, then
they're making that decision, right? Do you actually try to say something? Do you try to communicate with any of the spirits?
I can. I mean, if I mean, I don't know if I break away from them if they're going to get attacked again, but I would try calling to one of them.
What do you say? As the others are entering into the building.
Make eye contact with one of them, so like they know that I can see them.
Okay. I mean, they're all making eye contact with you, right?
Okay.
What do you say?
Why haven't you entered the prison yet? What's happening?
They kind of turn and they start looking at each other as if they realize that they're being spoken to, but none of them seem to do anything. One finally like opens its mouth and it looks, you see the tendrils of the neck muscles, right, to start to like rip cord out as he starts to like scream, but nothing really emits till a whisper surrounds you. It continues to float around you almost the same way that this feeling of the sensation of water has. The others continue to speak with it, whispering, "Help. Help me." Do you enter into the building, or do you still listen to their message? Continue to listen.
I'm watching you.
The others have fled into the building at this point. Tripp stays outside.
Away. Go away. Leave. Leave here.
Do you just smile at them at that point?
I mean, as he says the last part, he kind of just. I guess he. I mean, not like. I guess yeah. He kind of smirks and. I can't do that, unfortunately.
Then into the building you go.
can't do what, unfortunately.
Oh, fuck.
He turns back to
I can't
Oz
believe
and
you've done this.
gives a soft smile and he walks in.
Welcome
Oz
in,
looks
Raiders.
real uncomfortable. Looks at Temerity and is like, what does that mean?
He's talking to one of them. That's all I can determine.
Viewing inside of the house. This is a little different than what you might expect. It's
Not
not.
gonna lie, it scared the shit out of me.
I got the chills when you said the help me part. The first
Some ASMR ghosty talk right there.
yeah.
I was expecting a scream, so I was like getting ready to like pull my headphones off really fast, and I was like, nope, never mind, we're good.
Oh my god, there's a telephone in the house?
There is. I'm a
The
hello.
call is coming from inside the house.
Harrowstone Prison. Who is this?
Always inside.
It's always inside. Welcome in, guys. Thank you,
Harrowstone
Raiders.
Prison,
for
how
bringing
may I
yours.
help you?
I mean,
Spam risk, my old friend.
you have to, you constantly have to be administrative now, going into future ghostly meetings, Maggie. That's the only way that it's written.
Business, numbers, business.
We're not currently taking orders at the moment, but if you leave your name, your number, and a brief message, we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
And we're calling about your Doom Buggy's extended warranty.
Damn. Yo, I wonder if you have a warranty on your stallion that is now decapitated in the
Renahan, how
yard.
can we help you?
OnStar, my horse is dead.
You've entered into this small brick manor, and you realize that this is not a shed. This is not a closet for instruments to take care of the yard. This is not like, it's not the groundskeeper's house. Time has not been kind to this location, between the structure being in total disarray and, well, for the last 50 years, people potentially breaking in and stealing this place, leaving it the way that it is. You recognize that this is, or was, someone's home. Perceptions, please, from the lot of you.
Yeah, Rye's gonna start looking around for like secret cubby, you know, like he's pilfered a lot of places before, you know. He's looking for like secret little hiding spots of it's obviously been ransacked, right? So he's
Sure.
looking for maybe the not so obvious. And that is the worst in
I get
Said
that.
you've been here before, right, Torvin?
Aye. Long time
Oz
ago.
is a little distracted and
Torvin,
uncomfortable.
you would recognize this place, since it was with your assistance that you personally delivered a particular inmate by the name of Ispin Onyx Cudgel, also known as the Mosswater Marauder. Torvin, you know this as the house. This is the home of Vesoriana and Levar Hakren. Temerity, before Torvin can say anything, there looks to be a picture on the wall, still framed. The glass has been broken, but the art depicts a very strong, stern man, bald, but stoic in his resolve, and a woman, beautifully well kept, pristine, a portrait of absolute serenity. And you recognize her, you've seen her before. It's Vesoriana Hakren.
She hot.
Torvin, do you say anything to the others?
A long time ago, I had to deliver a man here. And that was a long time ago, and it was not a good place then. This... I was not offered inside, but this is where I took the man. Well, we took the man. I have not been inside, though.
You bounty hunter.
Well, no, but if the opportunity's in front of me, I'll take what happens.
So
Oh,
it's
man.
personal then.
Is the picture like a personal picture? Like it's clearly like something you'd hang on your wall in a home, or is
Yes.
it just okay?
Yes, it's definitely intentional, like it is meant to be seen by anyone who enters the home.
Okay, I'm gonna tap on the like. This is
Aye, that be him.
and that be. Does anyone recognize her? Who saw
Aye.
that? Who saw that?
Right.
Visoriana?
Rye. would.
All of us.
Well, all of us did at one point.
Okay.
I don't think
yeah.
I've seen her.
Okay. Because I was gonna say I wasn't sure that. I think one. Did you see her, Eli? Or because I feel like you were always like.
Oh yeah, I saw her.
Okay. Okay. Good.
When
All
she
right.
came
Oh,
to
we've
visit us in the
seen
bedroom.
her. All right.
Yeah, we all saw her
Heyo.
The bedroom.
when she came into the room with the kid. Like, yeah, the
That's
Rye
right.
wasn't. Rye came in. Yeah, at the end.
Yeah,
Of that.
that's right. That's what it was.
I've seen her the most recent though, because she
Right.
visited me about
Yes.
the
So-
information.
Yeah, Torvin and Rye both, correct.
So this is the
I saw
warden's
her
house.
first. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Is she wearing high heels in the picture? Can she step on us? Like, I think that's the question here.
You can't tell. You can't tell.
Okay.
Whatever
Well,
I
artist.
can feel her spectral heels from
Useless.
here.
Okay, so I point out the picture to everyone, and I
Yeah,
don't.
she's even prettier when she's not a ghost.
She's a rather beautiful individual, or she was in life. Even as a specter, she has an air of a charisma and a debonair allure about her.
Why would anyone bring a woman like that to live inside the walls of a prison?
Well, I don't think the prison was like this back then.
Would Tripp get any memories of knowing her or the warden looking at the picture?
No, you know that the warden's wife, Asoriana, never made it into the underside, the underworld, if you will, of the prison. That was for the worst of the worst.
So this is also my first time seeing him then, because I've never made visible contact with him.
You never met the warden.
Okay.
You never saw proper induction. You were never burned, because all the prisoners were burned. They were marred and marked with names and dates.
How big is the picture that we're looking at?
It's like a 14 by 9, and it looks as if it was drawn. It was drawn on. The glass has been shattered in it.
Tripp mutters to himself. He seems like a fair man, and just nods.
I'm going to take my knife and clear the rest of the glass away and pull the picture out.
Okay.
Oh man, I was gonna
And I
take it
wanna
off the wall.
Roll it up.
Okay.
First NFT in Pathfinder.
Is it like hanging off the wall?
It's framed. It is framed. You could just
Framed.
snap this out of the frame. It's a relatively easy process. Nothing that's gonna be
Yeah.
I'm gonna
my
check
dagger
behind
and
the frame. Rye's
all the
still
glass
like looking
out.
for.
sure. Like the moment that you kind of remove the frame, you start looking around and you notice that this place is that. This was once a home, but it is now a place for squatters, for brigands, for individuals that have come through bravely so, and they've destroyed this place. Teenagers probably have come through and used this as a very spooky yet private lover's lane for themselves. This is a very bizarre spot. There are dead creatures, like there's dead rodents, a few dead spiders. You notice that there is
That really gets some
Romance.
Yeah,
It's
romance.
in the air.
going.
It sounds like yeah.
looking around the room. You see something that does seem a bit odd. There is the proboscis of a sturge, one that you're all too
Rye
familiar with.
points. Yeah. I
I
go.
don't like those.
Yeah. Torvin. Torvin. What's going on, buddy?
I'll keep my dagger drawn, and then I'll still have my torch, but I'll keep it in front of me now, just in case anything tries to jump out.
You notice that the couch, the only like sitting area in the room, appears to have been turned over, like completely over on its top side. You could turn that over to make like a sitting spot. This may be one of your only reprieves from any elements exterior to this room. There are, as far as you know, there's at least one more room to investigate if you want to.
Sure, right.
Absolutely.
I'll head towards there as well.
Okay.
I'll flip
Staying
the
as
couch
close to as
at the
many
bottom.
people as possible.
Sure. Pevrin, as the others sort of start making their way through the house itself to see what they might be able to find, you take it upon yourself to flip this couch over, and it's this old, almost like Victorian-esque, lloyded design. It's a very rigid pattern. It's got a few buttons that are like hard stuck to this, but when you flip it up, you get struck by this wave, this odor. It's atrocious. You glance down, and at your feet is the head of a wolf.
Well,
It's suffering from
you see-
recent decay. This is probably week, maybe 2 weeks old.
As Pevrin or Tripp flips the couch, immediately reels back. Ooh. Seems we found another piece. And he puts the torch down towards the head.
Rye comments that it reminds him of Kendra's under
Smells
her
worse
bed.
than a dung pie.
A weird part. Is there anything in the mouth that might be in there?
No, nothing appears to be in the mouth. It authentically looks like a decayed wolf head.
Okay. He'll like kick it away just to see if there's anything lying under it or anything. If not, he'll kind of just.
You actually do find something laying beneath it. When you kick it around, there appears to be a piece of paper that's folded up very neatly. So it's got some blood, some like pus that's seemed to sunk into this.
He'll put the dagger down and keep the torch. And he'll say, like, he's talking to Pavern. Again, Master Pavern, terribly sorry about having you put you through this ordeal, but it smells just as bad for me too. And he'll flip open the letter and he'll read it.
When you open this up, it's what appears to be a very, very aged and roughly drawn blueprint. Sort of look over this blueprint. It's like an 8-step wooden structure, and there's like a very small final design in the corner. It looks to be some sort of like either daybed or a cradle. There are snap tools lying in the doorway of the room as the rest of you enter into Visoriana and Levar's bedroom. The room's in disarray. It appears that the mattress has been destroyed, mostly downstuffed, so there are just feathers just strewn about the room. They have bits of dust, debris, decay. It looks as if something has come through and sort of like bled a fluid over it, but not necessarily blood. In the corner of the room, like the trappings of a cradle. A small rocking horse, turned on its side. When your eyes first transfix upon it, that's when you hear that all too familiar cry. And you swear that even for a moment, even though it's dipped on its side, the rocking horse turns.
Are you playing a crying sound? Because I can't hear it if you're playing something.
It's not playing anymore.
So wait, the rocking horse is turning?
Where it lie on its side, it's almost like it moved an inch.
I'll walk over to it and set it up right.
You sort of set it up so, and when you do, the momentum of it kind of being adjusted upright, it sort of rocks before it comes to a stop and rests. Perceptions, please, in the room.
They're in a different room than the one with the couch.
Correct.
Okay, I'm staying
I don't
with Pepper.
remember
Sure.
her mentioning a baby.
I do. I remember.
So weird.
But I'm not with you.
I couldn't hear that sound, but I could hear the other ones, like the whispers and stuff.
Eli, even or odd?
Mine's a -4 too.
Oh, okay. Then you don't get it. There is no even or odd. Temerity.
Wait, can we be helping each other?
You could. You could.
I want to assist. I want to start assisting people in doing things here, because then we get bonuses.
Right.
You will,
That's
in
right.
fact. You will.
Yeah, I don't know why we're not taking advantage of that.
I didn't know
let's,
we could.
Let's declare, like, we'll say that going forward, but for this
Yeah,
is just a visual thing. This is a visual thing here. Temerity, you do notice something. Something appears to be out of place just behind the bed. It looks almost like someone carved something in the wall. Do you move up to take a look at this a bit further?
Oh,
Try to identify?
immediately, yeah.
Okay. It's in common, and it doesn't seem that old. It's fresh. It says this. I'm going to put this in the chat. This is what it says.
He gave do crimes. I like it. Which chat?
It's in the Roll20.
Oh.
Nyx was here.
That's the Moss Water Marauder. There's something like onyx, like they had an onyx cudgel or something. I don't know if that has
It's
anything to do
been
with it.
Onyx Cudgel.
Yeah.
is this a reference to our previous group?
Could be.
I'll read it out loud and kind of moves whatever was kind of blocking
That
it
makes more
aside
sense.
but I'll read it out loud, so whether they see me pointing or not, they'll hear it.
Sure.
Rye looks around for a pair of panties.
You do
Rye
not.
finds Eli's panties.
You do not find a
Rye
pair of
puts on
panties.
Eli's
Quickly.
panties.
Jesus Christ.
Why are we still saying panties?
Looking around the room,
Fun.
though, with that information, you glance down just where you'd seen. It says Nyx was here, and as you glance down, you can actually see on the headboard of the bed, there appears to be like wood shavings where it was carved no more than 3-4 weeks ago, your best guess.
Out
And
of context. Quotes. Why are we still saying panties?
Right?
I'm still laughing at that. Sorry.
as you turn, something catches your peripheral vision, something shiny, something that may have been missed. Wedged between the headboard and the wall, something catches your eye briefly, only because of the light that seems to be flickering off of it.
Who is this?
This is for Temerity.
Gotcha.
So this is something else?
Yes.
I'm gonna start digging at it, like going like what is it?
Sure. Your it's a little tight. You almost need like something or someone sort of pull back the headboard a little bit.
I'll pull it back.
Okay, sure.
Do you want me to? Do I have to roll for it, or do I?
No,
I will assist in
it's-
pulling it back.
Okay, cool. There we go. So perfect. You ask for a little bit of help. Eli comes over. You sort of pull this back, and you catch this before it falls. And it feels sort of like a pocket knife. When you pull it up, however, and you flip it open, it's a silver war razor.
That looks familiar.
I'll Do I remember what this is?
Help her out.
Didn't Gibbs have one of those? Didn't Gorovan have one of those as well?
A silver one?
I'm not sure what type. I don't recall, but
It's a war razor.
Oz. Tripp. From where you're standing, you're peering over this paperwork that's no more than a few feet away from the wolf. Did you want to investigate at all the wolf? See what may have done this to this creature?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Okay, sure.
If we were going to do that.
How would you like to do that?
I would. Well, I wouldn't know if I'm academically inclined for that. I know Oz is.
Pull your
probably
mic
more
back.
So than sorry, I know I'm not so academically inclined as Oz. At least I don't remember if I am.
You were in jail for tax fraud, so you have to have some kind of mathematical, financial.
True, but I
intellect.
don't. It's kind of like what I don't know what I don't know kind of situation.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I would probably help Oz. I would probably put the light down and take a knee just to get closer while still kind of looking over the paper.
Okay.
Master Oz, do you have any knowledge to discern what's happened here?
Well, I haven't killed that many wolves before, and honestly, I don't even like the butchering part of anything. I usually just like the cooking part, but I can try.
And Oz will kind of like look down and it's like trying to move.
Sure.
But he doesn't want to touch it.
How would you
Yeah,
like
gross.
to figure out more about this? Do you want to use like survival or heal or anything like that? Because I can give you different information based on whatever you use.
I'm not good at any of those things, so survival maybe makes the most sense.
Go for it. Give it a shot. You can try.
No, 5.
That's not exceptional. You do have a luck rate roll. Would you like to use it?
I think I might need that for something else since
Okay.
I have 15 HP. But Oz will cast prestidigitation on it to like clean the area. and see
Sure.
if- Yeah.
Sure. We'll say that you to clean it maybe to make this look a little bit easier for you to sort of understand. You even maybe recolor it to look a bit more fresh. Would you like to try again using survival or heal? I'll give you a circumstantial bonus.
Ooh. Try again with survival then.
Sure, give it a shot. Sure. Now that's fine. You are getting assistance, and I'm going to give you the bonus because you're using a spell to sort of help you here.
Okay.
It's crude, right? It's crude. This creature was definitely decapitated, but you're not sure if it was alive or if it was dead when this was happening. There's some bizarre features attached to the skin, but what you're sure of is this is not like what happened to the horse. This wasn't a sword. This has many small slices. It's almost like a very thin blade was used to decapitate this creature. Probably, from your best guess, depending on the way that the initial depth is before there's a new mark, maybe an inch or so in the actual depth of the blade. There are no stabbing marks, so it's purely slices.
Well,
Okay,
I don't
so-
know if this thing was killed while it was alive or not, but whatever did it, and if it was alive, it took a while because they took tiny little cuts at it to get its head off.
It's morbid, to say
Gruesome.
the least.
Do we
But
see any of the others come through while they're talking? I'm curious.
Say it again.
Do any of the others? Do we see Temerity or Torvin,
Yeah.
Eli, Rye?
Rye's
they're-
moving around looking for stuff like he's been doing, but yeah, he'll probably pass by them while they're looking at this
I would
thing.
remember Gibbs had the War Razor, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Rye, when you pass through, you see the two of them sort of like crouched down, and they're kind of poking away at something. You can tell that it was once alive. It is now not alive. You're not sure what it is.
Does it look familiar? Does it look like the wolf that I saw in my vision that one time?
Very similar. Yeah, very similar.
Rye kind of like leans over them as they're crouched, kind of like trying to get a decent look at it. Do I see anything? I mean, that Rye would recognize or anything at all?
How would you like to? Is there any sort of action that you would like to try to use? A skill, perhaps, that might be able to help you?
Yeah, I'll actually check it to see if it was butchered in a way that might be used for like meat or for skin for like
Okay.
hunting. Can I use survival?
Sure.
And I will relay what information I just said to Tripp to him.
It is a rare
Jeez.
night that we see these kind of rolls here, and still giving you the same sort of a bonus. You're actually familiar with the wounds. It's not uncommon in lower sitting Nadal, especially amidst the poorer squad, because weapons aren't entirely outlawed, but you don't see people walking around with short swords, right? They're still armed, but they're armed with whatever they can fit in their hand. Definitely a small blade, but it's not meant for stabbing. Most daggers are designed for stabbing. Very rarely is it designed for slicing. This has no stab marks. The ligature marks here are purely a straight slice. This is the marks of a war razor. You saw similar markings on the back of the sheriff's head and on the chest of Gibbs Heffinus.
Is it serrated?
Yes.
Okay. Seems one of the prisoners is up to no good again. See these cuts? And he points down. War razor.
His voice
Over and over
resonates
again.
through the building. You can hear
When
it.
I hear it, I walk out holding said War Razor, like this.
Like that.
It was behind the bed.
I look at the knife. Does it look like the kind of knife that would do this?
100%.
I will
it's-
hand it to Rye.
If not this one, then one identical to it, yes.
He
Gotcha.
he looks to Rye. The other night, the man Gibbs had one like this when he killed that other undead. I think he might have been possessed by one of the other ghosts at that time.
Gibbs is man that seemed like he had a few secrets.
Maybe he is the one that killed Father Grimburrow then if he was possessed and he wouldn't even have known he did it.
Right.
We might have just found
Maybe.
his home away from home.
Essentially.
How would the knife get back here, though? Behind the
I
bed.
mean, if he was
Next
strong
to-
enough, he could.
So he could, but it was. I found it right after I found a carving, a fresh carving that said Nyx was here.
Who
And
else
then a
had
knife?
these- who else had these knives?
The only one I remember was Gibbs.
Didn't
Anybody
Groven
else?
have one up on his wall with his medals?
Aye, he did.
I believe
Anyone
so.
notice any other of these around town?
Those are the only ones I can remember. I just don't get what the significance is of the dead wolf, because we've seen the wolf,
Aye.
but we're finding parts of a wolf. Is it the same wolf? Is it a different wolf? Is it a spirit wolf? I don't understand the significance.
Well-
It's outside of my scope.
Oz, you were saying?
There's definitely been wolves. We saw a wolf's tail in Kendra's room, and I don't know. I saw some kind of wolf creature too through the window when I was looking through that weird device.
Aye, and it's always a wolf.
Master Torvin, didn't you say that there was a carcass, torso of a wolf, or the skin in the river?
Aye. Eli, do you remember?
Yeah, we carried it back with us, but it
It fell
just
apart.
turned out to make us stink. Not very much so much helpful.
I don't know what the significance is, but clearly it's all connected. I saw a wolf also in a vision.
This building could be a good location for us. If it's been used previously, it wouldn't indicate it is at least stable to some degree.
I agree.
I'd say we take a window out in the back room, we cover it, we work to the front. If something goes wrong in there, we come back here. We bring them, if we can, into here, and we leave through that window and close this area off. Control that fight.
Right points to the roof. Yeah, but the wrong pole gets hit or something gets jostled, we might be underneath all of that.
Aye, including the things we draw in here. We'll need to
True.
be careful, but we could have an advantage as well.
I don't think
I
the
think
things.
Oh,
we
you're
gotta
talking
go
about-
inside.
Setting a trap, then you're saying that we flee into the building, come into the room and out the window, and then once they're inside, we bring the place down on top of it if it's a physical creature.
If it's a physical one, aye.
Something to think about for sure. I think we should probably head to the main building now.
Let's be serious. They've had 50 odd years to think their plans. We need to step up with a little with ours.
Solid
If the
10 minutes.
Whispering Ways involved, then it's probably longer than 50 years.
Aye. There'll be a guard location, a transfer inside. It'll be a good, strong room. It'll be solid stone. That will be a good place for us to start with, and for us to, well, control and then move into.
Why do you think there's so many wolf parts around? I mean, first I was thinking that there was a head because the Lopper likes to chop people's heads off. They are usually with an axe and not a tiny little sword.
Rice speaks
thought-
up. Right, Rice speaks up and says, "Well, you should know better than anyone. Where do you think Zokar got all those balls?"
Ugh,
Gives you a little smile.
I was kind of grossed out now.
It's like, where are all these wolf bodies coming from? Well, you like those wolf ball soup or whatever the hell.
Wasn't
God.
one of them
I
called
grow
like
on trees.
Strange idea. But is wolf bits used in spells, maybe? I don't know.
I have
Sometimes.
knowledge religion.
I also just say sometimes because he knows they are
Yes, that's
wolf
accurate.
parts are reagents.
Maybe that's... I don't know.
Wasn't
We've
one
been
of
finding a
the,
wolf's tail, a wolf's head,
Aye, it's always a wolf.
ear.
wasn't one of them called the Beast or something along those lines? I thought they might be.
There was the Piper of Ilmarsh, the Splatterman,
Mosswater Marauder,
Aye, the
Father
Marauder.
Charlatan.
Father
And the-
Charlatan,
Mhm.
Wasn't there like a Whistler one or something? I don't know.
The last
That
one would
would
be the
be the-
lopper.
The lot.
Ah, yes, that cocky son of a bitch. Always pushing his hair back with that look of arrogance.
Do you stay here a
I don't
while,
know.
or do you continue to contemplate about your next moves?
Rye gives the Warblade back to Temerity, and he steps out of the building.
I am going to like very much advocate that we all stay within 10 feet of each other
Sure,
at all times.
sure.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
If Rye's going anywhere, I'm going to be like, group, let's go.
Okay.
I guess I would stay to
System.
the center of them, since it seems that I'm kind of warding off the ghosts at the moment.
Yes. Circle around Pevrin.
I would also hand the blade to Pevrin to Tripp because he's, he could use it.
Yeah, he's
Oz
relatively
will
ambidextrous.
Stay close.
Sure.
Oh, then I will switch the regular dagger I have for the silver war razor.
Group hug marching order.
Pretty much.
Embracing as
Yeah.
we go in.
We're
Everyone's got arms huddled around, and we're just
I
like
feel
walking
like-
in a circle.
Right? We look like outward
Paul's in the
penguins.
middle
Yeah.
going, I can't
Right?
Aw.
Instead of keeping us warm, he's keeping us like safe, and we're
Yeah.
just facing out.
Oz even walks like a penguin.
Aw.
Kind. Yeah, it's not wrong. So, Rye, when you step outside, you're greeted with a very similar sensation, that pressure, but a few drops begin to fall to mark fortuitous or rather scary events ahead. Rain begins to fall. Not very much, at least yet. Can I get a perception from you, Rye? Since you were the first outside, you're no longer trying to focus on immediate huddle, even though you can hear them corralling behind you immediately. I would love to see what your eyes catch when you move outside.
Nothing.
What
Well,
do
this
your
is a-
elf eyes see?
It's a very Squid Game moment. Was
Oh,
it,
no.
what did you say? Like,
That's
Oh,
a
good
no.
good
ra-
game roll.
I haven't
Good-
seen it yet. No spoilers.
no spoilers, but
No, I'm
it's just a
joking. The
quote.
whole internet's a spoiler for Squid Game.
It's true.
No, but he says that one really good line. He says something like, "Good rain knows the best time to fall," or something like that.
I don't remember that line, but
Are you happy with that?
I mean, I'm not. You know what? Fuck it. I'll use my reroll.
Go for it. Let's see what you get.
There we go.
That's
There you go.
significantly better. Much more worth. Two things actually pop out to you. Far enough distance away here, you despite your age, you're not suffering from horrible vision. You can see something that sort of catches your eye across some of the copsing trees here. There's not many. There's 3 or 4. But as it bleeds over, it looks like there is some sort of a basin of water, which doesn't really make a lot of sense to you. But there appears to be some sort of a pond. The wall that was once standing there is destructed in spots. And there is a pond. What seems very odd to you is something is hanging half out of that pond. You can't quite make out what it is.
Okay. And what else?
What you can see is that it's rather large.
Okay. Is that it? Is that all I see?
At least from your current stance, where you're currently at, yes.
I just start walking in that direction. I don't even say anything to anyone. I just walk over that way.
Do we see like Rise, like Burrow's frow at this point? Like frow, like, wow, words are failing me at this point. Furrowing brow, right? Is it one of those like Clint Eastwood moments? You're like, what the fuck is that?
It's more like okay, so like this little hubby hole got him all excited for like looting, he's very curious right now.
Sure.
So he stepped out of there and he absolutely failed at finding anything.
Yeah.
So he's still like wanting to find something. So yeah, it's more like more like not like a what the fuck is that? It's more like another curiosity.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see what
Right,
that's all about.
You gotta talk to us. You gotta communicate, otherwise I'm gonna think that you might be possessed or something.
Rice stops for a second. He kind of forgot that they need to like stay near each other. Turns around, looks at Eli. Says, "Oh, right, but what is that?" And then I turn back and I point right at it.
He points
I'm
from you. It's
reading
about
arrow out.
40 meters, probably 120 feet away at the water's edge. Something large. Seems to be at particularly the water's edge, whereas it might be a boulder. It looks to be a little odd. All the other stones in this area are gray and cut. This is not that way.
I don't
Can I
know. Do
tell
you want
what
me to
it
get
is?
out my grappling hook?
Magic hook.
I think it's worth investigating.
Here, Pevrin like actually switch with Tripp, and he just looks to Eli. I'm possessed, and then just immediately reverts back, and just see Tripp kind of like look confused.
Do you pace forward to the
Free,
water?
bud.
Can I tell what it is from a distance at all?
You can't.
Oh.
It's certainly not clear enough. You're sure that it's not alive, whatever it is.
Okay.
I start
I don't
walking
wanna go
over
n-
there.
I don't want to get near the water, but
follow.
I can try to hook it and reel it in
I'll,
once we're close enough.
I'll make sure I'm staying with the group to keep the ghosties away.
Okay. You continue
He
to
really
move.
wants to use that grappling hook.
Shift
I
yourself.
just move
all-
myself down there. Yeah,
gotcha.
just-
Do you want to be that close? That's about 10 feet from the water's edge.
where is this thing at specifically?
I'll go ahead and ping for it. It's right here.
Yeah, well then I'd probably be around right there. You know,
Okay.
get a good eye from a distance. You know.
Sure. That leaves Temerity and Eli. You guys will have to shift your characters. There we go.
I jump directly into the water here. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
really hope not.
When I'm thinking of this map, like these squares, I'm like, my brain wants to do 5-foot squares, but this is not represented 5
Yeah,
foot squares.
it's it's a 10 by 10, but they tell you that you can fit 6 people in it, which would make it a 15 by 10 or 15 by 15.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm good right here.
Okay. You huddle up close again to each other. At this point, you're about 25 to 30 feet away from the water's edge, and you are most certain, all of you, come to the conclusion that this was once a living creature. It isn't any longer. From where you are, you can't quite make out entirely what it is. You know that it's large. Do you shift closer? You try to use any skills to help you identify.
We should be going inside.
Rai sort of ignores that comment, even though he hears it, and just kind of walks over to the corpse. He looks over at Eli and says, "Give me a hand."
I'll give you a hook.
Oz will cast Mage Hand. And
Torvin, would you say that you're a little nervous at this point?
We're being distracted.
Torvin, you recognize the severity of the situation, how important it is for you to get inside, but you can't help but see the curiosities of those around you. Youth has a way of distracting individuals. You've seen these parlor tricks before. But as your eyes train on the environment around you, your attention is drawn elsewhere. At the building, as you're passing by, your eyes transfix upon it a few times, before after finally settling and standing still, you recognize that on the wall of the building, you may have to zoom out to see this, right there, right here, there's writing. Runic writing. The low-lying brush had been cleaned out. You've seen this before, where someone was using this as an area to walk around. And you're certain that there's writing that traverses the wall entirely all the way around. Now, some of the areas the brush has grown back up, but you feel as if with the flowing wind, the way that the water seems to fall and shift the grass, that there is, in fact, more arcane writing on the walls. Eli, Rai, strength checks. Oz, strength check as well. This is going to be a little different for you because you're only pulling X amount of weight.
Man,
can I
Krohn,
strength
you
tech with my mind?
No. No.
Yeah, buddy.
Well done. Well done. This
17.
this doesn't really take a lot. This is it is a little dense. When you feel down immediately, you recognize as your eyes sort of adjust to the pouring rain and to whatever this is. It's cold. It's wet. And it's furry. You look down to your left and to your right, and where there are these stumps of something on the side that seems to distend outward, there are marks in the ground. Drag marks. Very deep, clawing drag marks. And as you pull this creature from the spot,
Oh no.
it's a large brown bear.
I knew it. No. Oh god damn it. I knew
Did
it.
you know this bear, Rye?
Is there something I don't know?
Sorry, that's me. That's Ello. That's not right.
Play New World, all right, man. You've been killing boars and shit all month long.
No.
You know where all the missing animals are from.
Rise fucking he's killing my characters. He's killing them. He's fucking murdering them. This was last when I did this campaign last time. I had a druid with a bear named Tima, and we just found out what happened to Tima. So
Oh no.
You're next.
Oh shit, that scared the shit out of me.
Bub, you're fucked up, dude. You're killing my I didn't ask for these feels. I didn't. Oh, Rye is unaffected and unmoved, but Ello is broken. Sad. Is there anything else about the corpse?
There are burn marks on the body.
Oh,
It seems like there are spots in which the creature had been drug in. You can see the hair is permanently scorched up and turned as if something was on fire and pulling it into the water.
did
Why
it
would
look
a
like
bear
she put
inside
up
the
a good
water
fight?
have burn marks? Maybe it ran in the water to get unburned.
Be the most logical.
That's nuts.
A bear will just run if it's on fire. Water would be, well,
Perceptions, please, from everyone at the water's edge.
Of course he'd know that. It's just like, I've seen many bears on fire in my day. They just run.
Are we doing perception?
Yes.
Oh god. Damn, I'm killing it tonight.
Yeah, you
Oh, I
definitely
gotta
are.
roll this too. I'm playing.
Yes.
Perception.
I don't feel like a winner though after all that,
19.
Well done.
all that
Well done.
sadness.
Everyone with an exception to Torvin will see this. Off in the
And
water
Tripp,
when no Tripp rolled
no.
again. Use his luck reroll. You got a 22.
Please.
You hear
Oh, no,
Torvin.
I misrolled on that. That was 1d28. That's why.
Oh, okay, yeah, that
Yeah,
changes
I
things.
just-
Okay,
yeah, I
gotcha,
just fucked up
gotcha.
the roll.
Okay, as Torvin is explaining, like that's not natural. I've seen bears before. This is very unlike them. They would just run. You guys are sort of like looking on back. He's further back away. He didn't want to be near the water's edge. He's made it very clear we need to be inside. And your attention is turned, despite this light rain. Something moves in the water, or at least across the water itself. Your eyes focus on it, and it's small. It's like a medium-sized dog. When you realize that this is a large rat, a fucking enormous rat. Like we're talking that it's every bit the size of a child, and it's swimming across the water at this point. And you don't know why,
What the fuck is that thing?
I think it's a rat.
but you can't seem to take your eyes away from it.
Big one.
If it's moving in this area,
Never seen a rat that big.
it's moving in this area, you know that it has intentions of acting hostily so.
Yeah,
But before
I'm
you can
right.
react,
Oh, okay.
it makes it probably halfway across the pond in your confusion. And it starts to almost flail, almost like a wild doggy paddle. And those of you that rolled above a 20 and saw this, you see skeletal hands rise up from the water in the middle of the pond and grab onto this rat and pull it under. And after a few moments of struggle, blood suffuses over the water's surface.
Well, I don't want to go in there.
No swimming for me.
I'm gonna get out my grappling hook and I'm gonna throw it into the water as far as I can in the direction of that fucking thing, and then I'm gonna try to pull it.
Why do you want to know?
Okay.
Right, just watches Eli do this.
The moment he
see this
chucks it,
happening.
you just hear Tripp go, "Oh boy," and he literally walks around him.
Oh boy.
Oz is like standing next to a tree and goes,
I don't think that's the kind of fishing you want
This
to
is
do.
what we came here for.
No, it is not.
We came to cleanse this place.
We'll start our fishing. We'll start with the fish.
You throw the
Let's
grappling hook
cleanse
out.
these fish.
Do you immediately start pulling it back in?
No, you throw it out and it's kind of like fishing. If I don't feel like it hit the bottom, I'm just gonna give it a little, like a
Scrappy's
little
like,
at a
I
time.
think you're trying to fish.
I'm only gonna do it one time. I'm not gonna sit there and do it like for an hour or
Dude,
something.
a
but
skeleton hand's gonna
let's
grab
see.
it. You're gonna pull out a whole Dark Souls boss, okay?
Was it the Maw Dragon's gonna come out?
Yeah, just
Gaping maw.
just skeleton hands, just thousands of them connected like a
Look,
rat king.
I'm trying to see what kind of caliber of enemies we're dealing with here in this place.
Okay.
Hopefully, it's just
Dark
a normal
Souls
fucked up
caliber.
water
By
skeleton.
inviting them to come into my face.
Just KS'd me, bro. Are you serious? That rat was mine. I was going to kill that fucking rat.
All right, friend. Where
Oh
you
boy.
had lobbed this into the water, okay? You lob it into the water, and you start to feel a pull back, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You feel the pull back, and as you do so, a figure emerges from the water's edge, holding deftly and tightly upon the rope. They climb 2, and there are 3 skeletons that ascend out of the water. One of which appears to be holding onto a mace, another clutching a very sharp and turgid dagger, and the third is only half of a body. Can I get turn order?
Yeah.
Roll initiatives for me.
Better now than when we're leaving and they ambush us. As I roll initiative.
What is my initiative? That's intimidate, not
Oh.
initiative.
I see a
Make sure you
turn
click your
order already.
characters,
What is
please.
that?
Make sure you click your characters.
Boop, boop, boop.
Well, guys, my bad.
Why does me say?
No,
Who's me?
you're playing
Me is
D&D.
me.
Me is me?
Me is that's
I didn't
me.
think that would work, honestly. I
That's
thought
me.
they were going to try to rip me into the water or something, and I was going to lose my grappling hook.
You.
Oh,
You're
So
by
crazy.
the
Oz-
way, Bub,
Yes.
Why are
I'm
you
just
fishing
letting
for
you know,
skellies?
I'm taking a dragon
Thanks.
style.
Got it. Go for it. Temerity, Oz, Eli. Torvin.
I don't have the same page as them.
Oz is
That's
inside the
what I rolled.
bucket, and there's
that's-
a lid on
that's okay.
top of the
Just
bucket.
you got your initiative. I'll just
You
go ahead
mean
and
Pecker?
plug you in there.
All right, chat. If you want me to do ballsy Eli moves like that, we're going to need some luck rerolls, baby.
It's just like it's just like, oh, we're gonna be down a paladin. It's okay. I'll take up the mantle of Torg since our paladin's about to go.
If you want
I'm
to
gonna
see me
fuck these
grappling
skeletons
hook
up.
a
Look, if
skeleton.
he dies, there's a body. I'm just saying.
I
I've been
love that
waiting for
Eli's
this.
just like, we were here for this. We're gonna get that motherfucker out of here.
I'm so
He's gonna
sad
kill no
about
rats.
Dude,
Rats, you don't understand. Rats send me into a rage.
level
Like,
20 Eli is gonna become a minor deity. Favored weapon, grappling hook.
It's like every time I see a rat, it reminds me of all of my friends and people that took me in and cared for me with everything that they had, dying slowly from disease all around me. Like,
Eli gives me Bioshock vibes because he's like, I need a grappling hook everything.
Tripp,
Yeah, for those of you,
it's
yes.
pretty useful.
you are first in initiative.
Awesome. I have a dagger, I have a war razor, and a torch.
Not all at the same time. You don't.
So just like Allheim, back in
He
Shackled
pulls
City,
out another arm.
Wow.
on his side.
we are taking that torch and we're gonna chuck it for some damages.
All right. Are you proficient at thrown weapon?
Now there was Allheim.
Okay. Then my friend, give me a strength. So it's 0 because Peverin is not strong. Plus your base attack bonus.
Which is +3, I believe.
I think it is as well. Yeah.
So -1, right? Because it's -4 for.
Yes, correct.
Magic, baby. Kobe. All
He's
luck
gonna
reroll.
crit.
Kobe. 9. Never mind.
Pevrin, what you guys see is like these skeletons rise out, still clutching onto Grappy's rope at this point. Tripp just and lobs the torch right out into the water. Just past them into the water, you hear the as it sinks into the water itself. You have a move action left. What do you do?
No, I'm kidding.
You run back to
Runs
town.
right into the middle of them.
Seeing that, well, I still need to maintain a certain distance, so I would actually probably stay where I'm at because I need to make sure I'm close enough to them
You got
so
it.
they don't get that weird debuff. So I would actually move up a couple of feet
Sure.
and I would pull out my regular dagger. So I have War Razor in my left hand, which is my main hand, the regular one on my right.
Okay. Misty, if you would do me a favor, please click on your character and then roll initiative for me.
Oh, that's where we are.
Yeah,
Got it.
yes.
Okay. My kid picked the best time. I can't find it at my sheet. That means I go first.
16. That's perfect.
I know what
actually.
happened. Our lovely friend Eli here tried to grappling hook a skeleton out of the water.
So
I
we're
mean-
gonna
Three of them.
wind it back just a hair. A creature started swimming across the water. It turned out to be a large rat. Once it got about halfway across the water, everyone but Torvin saw multiple skeletal hands rise up out of the water's depths, grab the rat, pull it under, and then all that they saw remaining was blood suffusing through the water surface. So then Eli was like, "Fuck that! I know my job. This is what I was born for." And he went skeleton fishing.
Cleanse them with holy fire
That's right.
in the forges of my
Okay.
master. Okay.
Temerity, it is your turn. At the beginning of the round, Tripp panicked and he threw the torch, the flaming torch, directly at these skeleton figures. Whiffs, throws it right by them into the water. It sizzles and seems to sink down just to the bay side.
Sorry, you're gonna just have to set that for me again. Okay, so Tripp is what?
He
Trip-
threw his
I,
torch
I
into the
panicked.
water.
Oh,
I
there's-
panic walked.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh my
I would
God,
just,
okay.
I just went, "Ah!" and then I missed.
And
Now he owes me 10 copper.
oh my god. When do I learn whole person? So it's just, is it one entity? Is it
Three. They're actually, we're on our map, so if you look just by your side,
Oh, I
there are
see.
3 skeletons.
Oh, there they are. That was a little right justified. Left it, whatever. Okay. Everything's clear now. I will, I'm so terrified.
Do it. Do it.
Wow. I'm gonna
Like the
do
Emperor.
right.
Do
Do
it.
it. I'm gonna disrupt undead.
Okay, go ahead and ping that ability for me. Disrupt undead. You direct
Oh, wait,
a
we
ray of
forgot-
positive energy. You must make a ranged touch attack to hit. And if you do so, they take 1d6 points of damage. It looks like your damage is 6, but we need to actually see that ray strike. So go ahead and give me a d20 plus your dex plus your base attack bonus.
We forgot to get our villagers lined up. Could have one-shot all 3 of them.
Said plus my dex bonus.
Plus your dex and base attack bonus.
Okay, you're gonna have to do that math for me. I'm not.
What is your base attack bonus?
Base attack bonus is
It should say like BAB.
2.
Okay, what is your dex bonus?
3. No, dex bonus is. Why am I suddenly having a problem here? Not the modifier.
No, the
I guess
modifier.
the
Yes, that
modifier.
is
Yeah,
that is
3.
the modifier.
So 3. Oh
Okay,
my god.
so-
Sorry.
You got a 12. You got a 12 here. Okay, so let's find out. You know what? I probably should have pulled this up before, but I wasn't expecting you guys to go through with this. If I'm being completely honest, I thought this was going to be
Yeah.
bypassed.
Well, yes, it's 5, but I didn't know that it was the
you
3 that was the right
guys.
value.
Okay. A skeleton. A skeleton. Perfect. Will a 12 hit? And it's a touch attack? Ranged touch attack. Yeah, so that's an even or an odd
Ranged.
in your favor.
Even.
Okay. Nice, very good. Perfect. Which one would you like to hit?
I'll get Mr. right up front.
So the one with the mace.
The head of the triangle, yeah.
You strike this thing with your Disrupt Undead. If you could describe this ray of positive energy, what would this look like as it erupts from your hand? Is this similar to a fireball that might erupt from your hand?
Eerily, yes. I would say just both hands together and just, I might have my eyes closed doing it, like peeking with one eye, like, ah! Like, and then once I see that it's working and not a fireball or some other effery, I will just lean into it and
sure,
kind of focus and put on like Inquisitor face rather than like, please don't kill the party face.
As you do so, this wave of positive energy strikes the front skeleton, and it immediately takes its next step, and it crumbles down into nothing. It falls down at the floor, and it is treated as dead.
Okay.
Next initiative, we have Torvin, Mr. Helmshatter himself. What does Torvin do?
I am armed with a short bow, so I really can't do a lot to these things. And there are people in front of me, and I was focused towards the... I don't act towards them. I'm waiting to see if somebody else will attack us.
You wait. I got it. All right. Oz. Oz, you just witnessed both the toss of the torch and then Imperial here. Just release this wave.
Are they actually 40 feet away from me, or
yes,
is this like...
Yes, they are.
Okay. All right, cool. I'm gonna move like here. Let me double check how much that is. Yes, I'm 30 feet now.
Okay.
And Oz is gonna be like, he's like, well, I guess we're doing this. And he just like starts like formulating like some loogie in his mouth.
Oh God.
And he starts swooshing around his mouth, and he's like, and he's gonna just spit an acid splash out.
Okay.
This one.
All right. So a couple of things. First, before you do that, I need you to normally you would be rolling a D1000, courtesy of Karami. Karami is trying to affect you with wild magic. However, Pharmecius decided that he was going to allow me to use it however I see fit, and is to protect you. So Pharm is countering Karami's wild magic. However, Lone wants to use it against you. So roll a D1000.
Oh my gosh, you guys. What
illusion.
Madness. All right, let's see. Hopefully I grow like another limb or something.
Holy shit, you're so excited about it.
Look, I'm into it. 283.
Look, I'm into it. That's all right, whatever.
Wait, does this mean like my acid splash doesn't happen?
Correct. Oh no.
Why are we oh-noing? Do I explode? What happens here?
I run.
I become a fireball.
Do you have a luck reroll? Would you like to use the luck reroll?
I don't know. I mean, I could.
But it could be fun.
Sound fun.
Well, I mean, you can, Christy, if you'd like to. You can do that. If you would like to use one reroll, you are capable of using one reroll, but you have to make that decision if you would like to use this reroll.
I don't know if I want. I've never rerolled any others.
You just gonna leave it to fate?
Chat. I'll leave it to chats. You guys bought these wild magics, you crazy.
Yeah, this is our new chat.
People.
Christy coming through, giving you guys another luck reroll. That's 2.
You're gonna tell
they
us
want
what
me to keep
right?
it.
A part of me wants to keep it as well because
they want me to keep
I
it.
don't. This is the first fight.
When the DM says you do have a luck reroll, that's the thing.
No, I mean, listen,
because Christy donated the reroll specifically for me to reroll, I will use it specifically for that. Even though everyone else, you guys can blame Christy for whatever else is gonna happen here.
Okay, all right. Hit me with what you got.
That's fair.
I hope that I roll the exact same thing. It'd be really funny. No. That seems dangerous. 933? That's really high number. I don't care. Christy's like freaking out. No, Christy. Is it worse? Is it better or worse?
It doesn't matter. It happens.
It doesn't matter. It
Great.
happens.
I mean, if there's 2 luck rerolls, man.
All right, let's do it.
So if you want to keep it, let me know. Otherwise, you can reroll for your last one. You keeping it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
The rest of the chat wanted me to keep it, so I only rerolled because Christy purposely was like all about the reroll.
Okay.
He looks
need-
concerned.
I need fortitude saves from all allies. I need a reflex save and a fortitude save specifically from Tripp.
Oh, so nothing happens to me?
Nope.
If they all die, I'll just burn out of this joint.
My reflex save will be first.
Okay.
Oh, I like that it posts notes underneath your fortitude, just in case. There's
And
relevant
fortitude.
situations. And reflex.
Please make
Fortitude
it.
and reflex for you, Tripp. I don't know why specifically. Are you standing next to me? Vincent?
Fucking-
No, Temerity's next to me.
Okay. Thank God. All right.
Wow. They
All
all
right.
rolled really well.
Yeah. The problem is it's a high reflex save, and Tripp didn't make it. Oh.
Oh,
fuck,
no.
man. Okay. All right. I need you to roll 3d8.
Me?
Me?
No. Oz.
Okay. Oh my god. I'm guessing I'm doing this damage to people. Oh,
my
lucky for
God,
you guys,
thank
I
God.
rolled one. Trip.
Oh my
I
God.
just rolled one,
Did you?
2. I rolled.
Oh, thank God. Holy fucking thank God.
You guys are. I can't
Okay.
do damage to shit. So.
No, I mean that's perfect. That's perfect, right? This is a
Luck
perfect
reroll. I
scenario.
want to reroll this.
Oh fuck. Okay. Yeah. Go for it. You got it. Just do it.
Kidding.
Just do it.
I'm just kidding. No,
No?
I'm just
Okay.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right.
Wait, you.
The voice is like
Okay. All right. So what happens
sorry.
instead? Okay. What happens instead? It is not an acid splash that erupts from your maw. Instead, where there should be an acid bile that builds up in your mouth, there is instead a quaking scream. It is quite literally called quaking scream. Everything that is in the cone of your quaking scream will take that amount of damage. Everything that's in that cone is also blown back 20 feet in the direction of where your cone sends them.
Oh no. You going in the water? You going swimming?
Temerity, you passed. Torvin, you passed.
Oh
Eli.
no.
You passed. A shrill pitch rings out. If you had failed, you'd have been deafened for an hour. So what this looks like essentially is you try to just loogie this acid out, but instead this almost like shrill shriek emits from you, and it literally kicks up waves of dust. Some of the grass even folds over, and as it hits the skeletons, they just immediately blow back into the water into pieces. Problem is,
giant burp.
Peverin's body also sends soaring in that direction over it into the water.
I was away. Did I need to make a roll?
And then Oz is like,
Yes, you will need to make a fortitude save.
I was like,
That's not what was
There
supposed
is a
to
luck
happen.
reroll if you'd like to use your luck reroll, but it's your call.
I will-
No, I'll take it.
Okay, you're deafened for an hour.
I'll reroll.
I'll reroll.
No. If you'll allow me, I'll
No, go.
reroll.
Yeah,
I didn't
please. Like this
realize
is the point here, right?
Yeah.
This is the point.
oh my god.
Okay, let's try that again.
It's a 12. You got to make it 12. 12 or
Oh
even
my
higher.
god, back to a
Oh,
4! Back to my 4s. Alright, well,
Oh!
this is what it is.
It was a good
Heart
run.
of the dice, that's it.
So, I have a question.
I'm listening.
What was the first one?
Yeah, I do want to know what the first one was.
Oh, you mean, okay.
The
I
2
re-rolled my
or
wild
whatever.
magic.
It would have been one of those things where you would have 2 rounds to pull a ribbon, or you would have turned to stone.
Who? All of us?
Just her. Just Oz.
Oh.
You
You
know
would have
what?
made a great
It would have been
statue,
perfect
though.
because you know what? I've had many characters get petrified. it would have been like if I would have happened, I would have been like, you know what, this is fate, because I've had like 12 characters now become petrified.
Oh Jesus!
Next to your, basically next to you,
bad luck.
Rye, at this point, is this almost shotgun-esque shrill blast. There's a pop into your head. Everything sort of goes like a little hazy. Your vision starts to shake. You lose your balance. Give me a reflex, please. We'll see if you actually fall from this.
Petrified. Oh, I like that.
Petrified, nice.
18.
You shake a little bit. You sort of drop to one knee, but you prevent yourself from absolutely falling over on your side. And you feel heat and wetness running down the side of the sides of your face. Instinctively, you kind of feel up with your hand while you're clutching onto this sword, and there's blood that smears across your face.
Us just starts like spitting at the floor because he's confused why the acid didn't come out.
Are we still in initiative?
We are, in fact, we are. Eli, though these figures are dead, they're literally like they've been blown back into the water. There is more that's happening. Tripp was also thrown into the water's edge itself.
Oh no.
Well,
Grappling hook.
Grappling hook. The
I
answer
knew
to
this was
solve
gonna happen.
every problem. I'm bleeding. Grappling hook.
I don't swim, guys.
He
There's
doesn't
a
swear.
rat.
Why
I
I?
grappled the
Grappling hook.
blood.
You're in the water. Grappling hook.
So you know what? You've thrown the shit out of this grappling hook. You have definitely paid for its value in this, but I need an accuracy here to hit him from the edge.
Okay.
You're about 30 or so feet, so give me a dex
You're
check.
gonna hit Pepperin with the
Okay.
grappling
So
hook.
it's gonna be
He's used to
it's gonna be your
grabbing
base
his-
attack bonus plus your
Alright.
dexterity modifier of -2. So a d20 plus 1.
This is gonna hit him in the head and kill him.
11.
It's
11.
literally in his wheelhouse.
That's actually gonna hit him because he's prone. He's prone in the water.
Oh my god.
Hey, easy.
Baby, come back to me.
Wait, when you say hit him, you mean like you're gonna he's gonna throw the grappling hook. The grappling hook is gonna strike.
Watch the
Pepperin.
master work, Rye.
What do you mean,
This is how you hook 'em.
It like hooks
Carving
into
his
the back of his
small child
neck. As,
with
as
his
he
Pepperin
grappling
grabs
grapples
hook.
with the grappling hook. You see him like
Gingerly.
I'm
I'm gingerly throwing a
Yeah.
15-pound
The whole
iron
party's
grappling
going
hook.
crazy, and Torvin's going, no, he's really good at this.
Yeah,
You managed
As
to
I'm
hook
reeling
him.
him in.
You tell me what,
Literally-
like, this is you throwing it? What do you hook? Do you grab, like, is it hitting, like, the crook of his
Ankle.
I've never
leg?
seen this kind of
Okay.
fishing
his
before.
neck. It's
In the
stabbing
boot
into his neck.
or whatever. Hit
Sure.
him
Right in the mouth.
ankle.
It just like
around
hook.
the ankle.
Yeah, okay, sure. You feel the
Grappling hook in
pressure.
my boot.
You feel the pressure of him sort of kick back as he tries to gain his bearings again. Give me a strength check as you start to kind of reel him in.
You guys are fired from babysitting.
10.
Where's
He's a small
Dementia?
child.
Where's
DM.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right.
Who put Pepperin in the most danger?
So
Not
it's
Tripp.
it's not all too difficult to
Everyone
pull
else.
him, right? The thing is, you don't have both of your hands on him. It's like heat of the moment sort of situation. There's some struggle. You're not really pulling him out of the mud of this water's edge. Additionally, it's gonna go to the next round, and I'll tell you here on my turn.
Wait, I didn't go yet.
You didn't?
No, right? I didn't go.
That's because you're next.
You're last.
Yeah,
Oh,
You have a
okay.
6 for initiative.
you are
I'm
next.
guessing that your dex bonus is lower than the other person's.
Oh, well.
Wait, what is your dex? Actually, that's a good question.
14, 2 modifier.
Yeah, it's the same. So go ahead and roll a d10 for me.
Sure.
We'll just have a roll off.
It's a roll off.
I got a 9. Okay, so I'm going first. Nothing's really changed here. So
It's like golf. The lowest goes first.
is it now? Oh shit! I didn't.
Yeah, it's like golf. Yeah,
We'll,
the lower
we'll,
one's
we'll,
better.
we'll work on that for next time. We'll set those
Okay,
rules next
sounds
time.
good.
Yeah.
All right.
On my turn, these figures, though they have been destructed, right? Some of them still kind of lay in pieces here or there. What this looks like, particularly to the face of Tripp. Tripp, you're focusing here. You're trying to gain your bearings. You've just like basically been thrown from the earth into the water. Not far in. You know that you're not very deep. You sort of lift yourself up. Something grabs onto your ankle and
Oh,
starts.
shit, it's a seaweed.
Something starts. No, it's pulling. Something's definitely got a hold of your
worse.
ankle and it starts pulling.
Ginger.
What do you do when you feel this thing start pulling? Do you panic at all?
Okay, so I know I have some level of combat experience, and if I'm feeling this immediately, if I still have the War Razor in hand, I'm immediately going to go for a slice.
You better not hurt Grappy. Oh,
I'm gonna use
She's
that
one of a
silver War
kind.
Razor and
Sure, make a strikeout. Well, let's see what you get here. It's not going to be too hard, but bear in mind you may injure yourself.
Kind
I
of
mean,
like
drown
us.
then.
This group
Just
is a
kept his
joke.
foot out.
This group is a fucking joke, man.
He's
I
already
got
doing
my
it.
spell out
Yeah,
and
the
killed a
group's a joke,
skeleton.
says
I don't want to
Mister,
hear
I'm
it.
not going into the bloody prison. I'll go experiment with
I
a
was
dead
just gonna
man.
tell this story, be like, we had a paladin and he went fishing. He pulled out all kinds of weird stuff.
He
out
caught
of
a
that little
skeleton and he
pond.
caught an 11-year-old.
And a dwarf? I pulled
Yeah,
Torvin
22.
out.
Oh
Trip,
my
very
God,
yeah, very good.
20.
Very good. So this is the scene. This is the turn, okay? I want you to see this. You go ahead.
Is the War Razor considered a kukri or a dagger? Because I don't know if it crits. If
It's a
gonna
D2.
hit.
The Durka.
No, I'm gonna say it's on 19 to 20.
Okay.
You strike out. It's gonna be enough. It's just it's rope, right? But it's quality. It's masterwork. Silver razor. So you strike out and you hit this. There's some tension at first, but as you follow through with what little strength you have, it rakes from it and it rends your leg free. Problem is something still has you. You're not sure if it's a skeleton or not. You can feel it on your ankle, though it's fallen limp. The other problem is you feel something wrap up around your wrist, and when you glance back, you see two fiery red eyes rising up out of the water as they're pulling you into the water. Grappy rope is broken.
Chat, we're gonna get some F's in
Gingerly.
the chat, please.
Multiple new
for
figures
Grappy.
start to rise from the water, but at this point, they have a hold of Tripp. Rye, it's your turn.
I'm
I see
literally going to tie you up and carry you on my back like a child like a baby after this. Like,
You're gonna have one of those, like when you see those little kids with like a little rope around.
Right, you're gonna get a
Yeah.
leash.
A leash,
Get
yeah.
a leash.
Slowly.
Rye's gonna run up and attempt to grab Tripp and throw him back to the rest of the party.
Okay. So you need to. What's your move? Give me your
Yeah.
movement here. I want to see if you actually have the space for this. So let's figure
I mean,
it
I
out.
can always charge, right?
Yeah, you're gonna need to. So you'll basically have to double move to get to him.
Yeah, so I'll just charge then.
Okay. So
Charge
the
is
question:
double move.
if you double move, you're gonna lose your standard action, meaning you're not gonna be able to get a hold of him. But if you were to say, for instance, like I'm down to reward you if you want to throw sort of your own life on the line here. If you're willing to like leap at him or try to tackle him, you don't see these things, right? You don't see what's in the water that's coming up. He sees them.
Oh, my bad.
does he see my rope go limp? Like,
Everyone will, yeah, except
Yeah.
for Tripp.
We all saw your rope go limp.
Yeah, I mean,
so
that's what
sad.
Rye does. I mean, he sacrifices a concept for the group. So, yeah,
Thank you so much, Legends. Welcome in,
Okay,
guys.
so yeah, what were you saying? Like, you want me to tackle and see if I can just like grab his hit?
If you
his
double
leg or
move, you'll be
something?
able to basically get next to him. Unfortunately, you won't be able to do anything when you get there. It's like when you're going into the turn structure, right? It's really bizarre because it's economy. It's turn economy. So you have to move 30 unless you have something that enhances your movement speed, or you can move twice and forfeit your standard action. In which case, if you move, you're not gonna be able to do anything. Instead, just walk over. But if you reach the end of your movement and were to like, for instance, use your standard to like leap at him, to grab a hold of him, then I can't stop that, right? I'm here to reward someone who's willing to go the extra mile.
Yeah. I mean,
Do you
that's
have
what
a grappling hook, Rye?
Neither of us do now. No, I'm gonna dive to try to save him. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Give me perception as you start running.
Sure. Oh, where are you? My character sheet. Why have you betrayed me? All right. Boom.
Wow, you're killing it tonight, man. Well done. As you start running and you reach the end of that 30 feet before you take that leap, the moment that your feet leave the ground, as you're kind of like soaring through the air, your eyes pan over the surface just over the top of them, and you can see 3 skulls that seem to be illuminating and lifting out of the water as they have a hold of his arm. But before you connect with him, you look past that, and there are at least 2 or 3 more that are about 15 feet back.
Okay, I grab onto him, I guess.
Sure.
That's all I can do, right?
Yep, that is your action and round. At this point, guys, we're starting back over top of initiative. Tripp, you feel the weight of a full adult man come down on top of you. Not a small guy either. Your body submerges briefly. It's not very deep, maybe about a foot or so, but his body hits yours and drops you. Your arm was pulled out from under you. You have no stabilization. You're holding onto the war razor with your right hand, and you fall. You feel the mud press up against your face, the body over the top of yours, and there is a flailing. What do you do?
Do I know Rye jumped on top of me?
No,
or
you have no reason to believe like that. That's a very Rye thing to do, but you have no idea if that was Rye because nobody else has up to this point been like, yeah, let's go party in the water.
I mean, first part I would try to cut my arm free because that's binding me already, and if I can't use both hands, then I'm going to be completely indisposed. So I'm going to try and cut away at the first arm that grabbed me to try and get some more maneuverability.
I have to ask for your sensibilities here. Let's throw away the fact that this is a game. I need to ask you here as the player. Something grabs your arm, you lose your stability, and then you feel a massive weight land on top of you and submerge you in water. I need a will save to see if you keep it together. Because now, your ability to stand up and save yourself from drowning is gone, and something is holding you under the water. And while you may not care, you care for Pevrin. Very good, very good. You keep your composure in this. Now, you want to cut at the arm, or do you want to try to roll away? What does this look like? You feel like the panic is setting in. If this happens for another round, or even two...
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know I'm not going to be able to immediately roll, but if something's grabbing onto my other arm, I'm not going to be able to move at all.
Okay.
So
okay, then...
That would be my most immediate, like,
make your
get the
attack.
other arm free and then try
Gotcha.
to move.
Make your attack with this.
I'll re-roll that.
Okay.
That's booty. But yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. You strike out. It's got a hold of your, basically just above the hand at this point, and you can feel it kind of like its four fingers wrapped around to the back side of your wrist. And as you strike out, you feel it careen with a bone, and as you rake across, you cut the top of your own hand. You feel it slice into your arm. You realize that if you keep doing this, you will lacerate yourself even further. Take a point of damage.
Alrighty. That'll be my turn.
Did you want to do anything? Because that's just your standard action. You can still attempt to move.
I mean, I can't. If I'm bound to the floor. Like, I can't move. At least that's what you told me.
It's on top of you. If you attempt to move, you can still potentially roll out from under him.
Then I will try to do that then if I can move.
Give me a strength check. Let's see what you get.
I don't know Pevrin's
0.
strength. Okay.
He has a 10.
Strong kid. Oh.
Nope.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. No. This is a stolid sentence if this continues at this rate. And while you are holding it together, Pevrin is not. So, in initiative, Temerity, it is your turn.
Can I see the so what's on him is that being, right? Like the another one of those skeletal.
Correct.
Right. I'm going to
remember you from where you're at, your current vantage point, you can't immediately see that.
Okay, just that he disappeared into the water.
Correct. You saw him kind of like lash out behind him, and then his front half fell into the water. And that's when you basically see my man Freebird just over the top of him.
How murky is the water?
At this point, you're kicking up a lot of silt, dust, debris. It's starting to pool up. You think that in spots it looks a little darker. You've seen this, blood suffusing through the murky waters.
So, what's the range of light? The range of light is long. Does that mean you have to touch him?
So you're casting the light spell?
On Pevrin.
Yeah, you have to touch him, yes.
Because the range says long. does not say touch.
Go ahead and ping that for me. It might be a different spell. It also might be one of your abilities that I'm not entirely familiar with. Object shines like a torch.
Right. Range says long, 400 feet plus 40 feet per level. But the area is a 20-foot radius, so it's not how much light it is. It reads like I can do it from a distance.
Casting time is 1 standard action. Its range is touch.
Oh, I don't see.
Yeah, I just pulled this up here.
Okay,
It is a touch
all right.
spell.
Dang it. Okay. There goes that. No glowworm for you today.
I mean, you can still move up and do that if you'd like.
I mean, is he that close that I could get to him and cast that in one action?
Let's see
And
where. Negative. You would have to like have a prepared spell. You were just far enough. Do you want to move closer though? Is that something that you'd like to try to do?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll move closer with my turn.
So then go move 30. And then you have a couple of actions. You can give me a spot to see if you can actually discern what's happening.
Boop. Yeah. I'll try to figure out what's happening. Which one? What do you want me to roll for that?
Give me perception. Let's see if you can make all
okay.
these details out.
I have a reroll.
Sure, go for it.
I have used it.
Very good.
We keep that.
At this point, you can see that while one or two of them are higher than the others, you can actually see human skeletons, like skulls, sort of coming out of the water, or at least trying to, and it looks like blood is starting to rise up. It's a very small pool, admittedly, at first, but you're not entirely sure whose blood it is. If it could be Rise, it could be Tripp's. Standard action or another move?
Am I not close? Am I close enough to grab him or no?
You're not.
With that action.
Unless your arms are 7 feet long, you are not.
How long is my tail?
About from your ass, about 5 feet is my
Dang it.
guess.
Okay. Oh, all right. I'm trying.
I can feel it.
5 foot is still a long tail.
It is. It's just not 7 feet.
Yeah.
Dang it. I'm going to cast Detect Undead
Okay.
to see if there's because it seems like if he went down into the water, I think it's a safe assumption that there's something going on, right?
Then go ahead and give me a D1000.
I hate you all.
I still wanted you to cast it, but I didn't want to like.
No, I'm in the
metagame.
same place. I was like, there's really nothing else I would logically do.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
I know that feeling.
90. That's
Right.
actually a really low
Spellcaster.
roll. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
99.
99.
Gonna be like the almost darkest
99
timeline,
problems.
the grayest
and
timeline.
Tripp is 1.
The
Damn.
darkest chocolate timeline.
Oh, but I like that though.
Ooh.
Like
What are-
every couple
what are-
seconds
what are you
just hear,
casting
"Fire
again?"
out."
I was casting Detect Undead.
Okay. That's a that's a weird that's a bit of a weird one.
That's what people say about me all the time.
Same.
I'm willing to embrace it.
Okay, how do I do
The
that?
whole group of misfits.
Right? It's like we're the land of misfit toys.
And you're casting Detect Undead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Range 60 feet. Oh, okay. This is it's called Power. Spell effect times 5.
Ooh.
So your effect is
that's
times 5. In this
nice.
case, the only thing that I can do to enhance it by 5 is its range. You are immediately aware of undead auras in the range of your vision at 300 feet.
You can see them all.
And you
So
can see
I
them.
can see dead people basically,
Yes.
and they're everywhere, is what I'm guessing.
Yes, anywhere you look within 300
You're
feet
right.
for the next 1 minute to levels for the next 3
Literally
minutes.
the whole entire map.
Right. And this includes.
Yeah, the whole map.
The only thing
Down
you can't
and
see
up.
you can't see through the walls. That's
Oh,
the walls are preventing you.
But it's gonna. I'm gonna be able to. Are they underwater as well?
Yes.
They're, like.
Yes.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Okay.
like you're sensing different levels. Like you're sensing regular spirits, these mundane echoes that are just being called here. You're sensing undead, like physical figures, the skeletons. And when your eyes sort of find them, they're actually assembling under the water.
Okay, so like they're coming towards where he is.
More than
Are
that,
they
it's a pile of
assembling together?
bones, and they are assembling. They're free-forming under the water into form and grabbing whatever they can and starting to walk. And as
Okay.
far as you can tell, there's hundreds.
Oh, it's King Wolnir. Dark Souls. You're right.
Told you.
So, do I have time to also say something? Because it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah,
I've
no,
already
you
done a
can
lot.
talk. Yeah, you can talk.
All right. We have to get him. I mean, it's obvious, but we have to get him out of there. There's more.
Okay.
My turn yet?
Yeah, I'm done.
It's Torvin's turn, then Oz.
Okay.
What does Torvin do?
There is nothing Torvin can do. Torvin is getting frustrated.
Sure.
He's looking back at the main building. He's looking over at the small building. He's looking back over there. He's just chewing and being angry.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It totally makes sense. You're in a situation where you know that you cannot help.
I cannot do anything.
Oz.
Okay. Oz moves over to Eli and goes,
I ain't never seen anybody fish like that before. Think you could do it again? And he hands you a grappling hook. Because I can't do anything either.
Wait, you have a grappling hook?
I have a grappling
Oh my
hook.
god.
Dude,
What?
I'm just.
It's like
And I
it's
have
like in
ropes.
Armageddon where the second thing comes over the hill,
It's brand new.
right?
Never been used.
It's never been
I hand
used.
you grappling
you're
hook
gonna
and
throw
rope.
it at me.
It's Grappy
There was a
2.0.
second drill in this asteroid the whole time. We didn't know about it.
And I'd like to assist
You're Ben
him
I
Affleck.
already see
whatever
where
he's
this
doing
is
with this
going.
rope.
His eyes light up with excitement.
Sure, you
and he can't wait to throw this thing.
you
Is
hold.
there a god of grappling hooks?
There's a few gods that might care, but in this case, no. Grappy 2.0 is not being looked after
Someone
by some
offered
god.
to spend their 2,000 points for Grappy.
Well, I'm not gonna worry about that right now.
Grappy needs to be sentient.
Look, I
I'm
was
just
trying,
saying.
Look, I've already told people. It still stands, guys. Chat, if you're curious at all, if you wish to make Pecker a figure for me to possess,
Stop that.
you can do that. You just gotta help me reach 100 patrons on Patreon.
But can
Look,
it also be Grappy? Like,
If you
can-
do 101 patrons, you can decide to just make Pecker not possessible.
Yeah, we'll go back and forth. Let's get to 100 first. Oz offers you this grappling hook and offers to assist the only way that he possibly can here. He's not excellent at throwing, but what does he do? He holds on to the
I'm
length's
not
end.
terrible at throwing.
Eli, it is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna actually scoot up, so it's an easier throw,
Sure,
but not like too close, but probably right about there.
got it.
And I'll aim for Rise, a much larger target.
Sure.
And what do you want? Another dex?
Yes, please. Yes, this will be easier to hit.
I'm actually pretty
I'll
good
roll
at
that.
this.
Have I used any rolls tonight?
I think you've used one, but there is two.
Can I use mine? My last one.
I mean, you're technically assisting him. I need for you to roll to aid. In this case, you're essentially basically using the basic trait of aid another here. So go ahead and give me a dex check. So d20 plus your dexterity modifier. And if you break 10, you will
19.
give him 4. So that'll turn into a 13, and that's going to be enough for you to hit. So you will hit Rye.
I'm gonna pull as hard as I can.
Give me a strength. Give me that strength check.
Come on!
Oh man.
What the hell?
Yo, like Cobalt and
Jack.
Ello switched dice tonight. This is absurd.
You shouldn't have
Chat.
skipped arm day.
Only thing
I'll
I
owe
know
you.
is that Harrowstone wasn't my biggest threat. It was my friends.
I'm
Your
the
friends
new
the whole
grappling hook.
time.
I'm getting used to it. You know,
When I
gotta
get out, you're just
break
gonna
I
it
don't.
in.
Can I help him pull?
You've already offered your assistance.
Oh, I've already done
Yes.
the throwing part. Yeah,
All you hear
I'm
is,
back
"You
there,
killed
like,
me.
giving him the
Oz, you
rope,
killed me."
feeding him the rope line.
Sloth coming through.
Get him?
Yeah, you guys got another lucky roll. Let's see what you get.
Oh no, it's a 7.
What?
Oh
Wait, I have
force.
my reroll. Can I give him my reroll?
You know what? No, you can't. But I will give you my luck reroll.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll it.
I'm strong, I promise.
There we
If you rolled
go.
another 7, I was gonna be like, you need to go gambling or something.
Get out the
Take your
water.
dice back. No,
Seven,
I'm
seven,
finally contributing.
Finally contribute.
You are. You're grabbing him so he can't cut the next
Perfect.
damn grappling hook.
Now, this is what I need. This is actually an area of your expertise. Right? I need for you to maintain and hold a grapple.
Oh, okay.
So give me a combat maneuver bonus against his unarmed, his unarmored and prone combat maneuver defense.
Yeah.
So click your CMB for me.
Yeah. It's on its way. 26.
Okay. Yeah, you
Snap
got it.
Peverin in two.
This how did you guys become an adult adventuring equivalent of a claw game? Oh,
The claw.
Listen,
I'm not going in the water, Bubs. I'm not going in there.
Somewhere in
He
this
just lets
world,
go of me.
I have a -7 to swim or some shit like that.
no, dude, it's bad. I know it's bad.
He's just gonna let
I
go
will
of me. He's all
just
good.
die.
So long, my friend. I go off to a better place.
Dude, no, dude, listen. Torog is watching somewhere, like face in his hands, like
Torog
shaking
ain't
his
watching shit.
Because Torog's watching Eli sit back and just throw a grappling hook at everything.
Dude, Peverin's literally the little dog meme where he's like, "This is fine."
I aggroed a bunch of skeletons, watched you kill them all, and I'm just
Amazing.
grappling and fishing in the water still.
He's all, "Hey, I can't build, but how much pain am I in?" I'm like, "It's immeasurable right now. You're being
It's
surrounded by
immeasurable.
different parts."
Here they come.
Yeah, here they come.
Little Poppy. Oh my god.
Puppy.
Poppy.
Is my other grapple head still stuck to Peverin, or did it dislodge into the
It's-
water?
it's
'Cause
likely
I'll make
that-
a double.
It's likely that it's stuck to Peverin.
It's down in the water.
I'm not
in the
going in
goop.
there though. I'll grapple
It's
it
like
out.
a full PJ Harvey song
Swear,
at this
dude,
point.
like-
Gwyneth
An
Paltrow's
anchor
dude.
now.
My turn.
Like-
Now that you've pulled them out, and one of your questions will be answered here.
Oh my
okay?
gosh.
One of your questions will be answered here. From the moment that they had ascended just above the water, the figure, these almost alabaster white, these ivory white figures, these skeletons, you can see the water drying up over them, and then that seems to start to turn into what looks like a small mist, maybe a smoke, before inevitably there's a flicker, and then another so, and they catch fire. All of the skeletons alight into flame as they stand from the water's edge. It does not stop them, and they are charging in your direction. One moves in to take a swing at Temerity. This will be the first bit of damage I might be able to deal tonight.
Why are they on fire?
Why are they on fire? Well, that's just because of what they are. You can, like, context clues, you could probably put it together.
Because rise around, everything's got to be on fire, okay?
Well, while I'm searching for
prison's on fire.
their damage, why? I'm just curious. Why do you think they're on fire?
They're burning
Because that's how we
skeletons.
died. Slow roasted.
That's how I died.
Over
Exactly.
hickory wood chips.
Oz is gonna say to Eli,
Maybe you should have thrown it back in.
Thrown who it? Thrown who in?
the hook back in, because all the skeletons came out.
That's not gonna be enough. Okay, they're gonna miss. That's a swing and a miss. The first one moves up. The others that are basically embanking themselves are without legs, so they're moving. They're crawling, but nothing. Rye, it is your turn.
Where am I at right now?
You are
Where's my token?
technically underneath the token that is Tripp. Look under the wraith.
Okay. Yes, correct. So I'm like on top of him right now, or I pulled him on shore?
Essentially, like you guys are you're holding onto him, and it's like spoon position, right? You got pulled onto your side. You can feel the grappling hook kind of like catching onto your armor at this point. You feel like the actual pull of Cobalt behind you of Eli, and you can see these skeletons are rising up over the beach. One of them is just successfully taking a swing, unfortunately not really landing past the armor.
I'm gonna use my now. Do I use my full movement just to stand up?
Stand is just a move action.
What I would like to do is just stand up and then prepare an action.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go into dragon style, and I'm also going to prepare power attack.
Sure.
And if any undead get near me, I'm going to attempt to strike them.
Now I've got to know. I'm curious as Bub. I want to see, like, you sir are an entertainer by nature. Can you show me? Can Adam? Can you show me what dragon style like looks like? Because
okay, dragon style. It's not like it doesn't look like martial arts for Rai. I mean, he just basically gets in his fighting stance. It's kind of a brawler stance,
okay,
like a boxer stance. So, or like Muay Thai. So his hands are kind of up like this.
All right.
You know, open. They're not closed fist, open fist.
Sure.
Because he grapples.
Yeah.
So he just basically gets like this, and he kind of hunkers down and he waits.
Sure.
Just like this, almost like a wrestler.
I got you.
Yeah.
Just so you guys are, in fact, hold on, give me just a second here. Just a second. One moment, chat.
I can finish combat. That's fine.
All right. Tripp, top of the initiative. You have someone standing over the top of you. Rai is standing there.
Achilles tendons.
Wow, that's horrible. Don't do that.
Let's see, where am I? Okay.
Oh,
so
by the way, I assumed I dropped my sword when I was running to go help.
Sure, yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you dive bomb me with a claymore, I'd be a little upset.
I did. It's in your bag.
I draw it out.
You're like, where's my sword? Like Everin, he's like, where is it? He's sticking out of my bag.
I battle hug skeletons. If I'm able to get up, I guess I will get up, and I don't know if I'm close enough to get into combat with one of the skeletons, but
you kind of have to like roll away because of the way that Rai is standing at this point. He's pretty much mama bearing over the top of you. You guys are very, very close to combat.
Can I get into it is the question.
Certainly, but rolling away and then standing up, that's practically going to be your entire round, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Then I will. There we go.
You'll roll back and move. Gotcha. All right, I got you.
He'll like tumble back, and then I guess quickly enough to kind of mend the cut, tear some cloth off of his coat or something, and wrap his arm.
Sure, you do so. You wrap up the arm. Just give me a heal as we move on to the next round. Temerity, it is your turn.
Can who can I touch? Looking at the like, it looks like I can touch everyone but Torvin if I wanted to.
I thought you wanted to touch the skellies.
I mean, theoretically,
like
if they're
on
within
our
30,
team.
yeah, you can. I mean, you can reach what? Here is.
Can I reach Eli? Not Eli. I'm sorry. Can I reach Rai?
Yeah, theoretically, you can take a 5-foot step and you can touch Rai.
Okay, then I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on him.
Okay.
Too much panic, Bubs. I failed that heal.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And of the last two, there was supposed to be wild magic and it got canceled out. So that's all of the wild magic. No more.
Good. That's what I was hoping for.
So your sanctuary will trigger. The
I was
effects.
wondering if there's gonna be one more.
Nope. That's thank God. That is it. Sanctuary.
It is any
I want
opponent
my
attempting
other
to directly
limb.
attack the warded creature, even with a targeted spell, must attempt a will save. If they succeed, they can attack normally. If they fail, they cannot follow through with the attack.
Sure. Got it.
Nice.
And then they can't attack the warded creature for the duration of the spell, which is
Just gonna
one round. So 1 round per level, so 3
Yeah, but
rounds.
the warded person cannot do anything either.
Correct. He's not allowed to take that. That person's not allowed to take a
Can't take
physical
any.
action. You have to remain.
Wait.
Correct. You have to remain without taking any hostile actions.
Oh, I thought he could still attack. Then
No.
can I
No,
pull that
that's
back
not how
and
sanctuary-
touch Tripp?
Yes, you
I
can.
forgot. Then I'm gonna switch that and touch Tripp.
Gotcha. So that's gonna be around. You're gonna have to move. Unfortunately, it's just outside of range. So you'll be able to move up and you cast Sanctuary on him. Tripp.
Okay.
You feel the spell just sort of swallow you up. It's this like almost radiant light that sort of like builds this encasing around you. It is a barrier of protection. Maybe you're not familiar with it, but you trust Temerity. At least you have up until this point, unless you have other reasons.
I attack her. No, I'm just kidding.
Horrific. All right, Torvin. Torvin, do you take action?
Look, yeah, I've got a silver arrow. It's terrible, but like it's all I've got. So the
Sure.
one on the far left is the one I'm going to go for.
Okay, so you take aim to the one on the farthest left, the one on the ground. Take your aim. He's not immediately engaged in melee action, so take your shot.
Is it a BAB or a CMD? Or what?
No, go ahead and roll your short bow. Whatever the short bow is, just click that for me.
Ah, sweet.
Okay. 16 will hit. 4 points of piercing damage. Now, let's see. I know they have undead traits, but I need to see if...
I'm
Negative.
using one of those silver arrows that we don't actually know what they are as such. But
Yeah, okay, so you whip your arrow about and you loose it on this figure that seems to be crawling across the ground, and as soon as the arrow seems to strike, it just kind of careens off the skull, bounces upward. You know that something like this is very difficult for you to penetrate. If this was a meteor figure, it would be much easier to bring down, but you are familiar, after being alive for this long, you need a bludgeoning instrument, something like this.
Yeah, they're immune.
They have quite a bit of damage
I
resistance.
feel you though. I've got a crossbow. So
Let's see here. Roll 1d10.
Do you have any melee weapon?
I do, yeah. I have an easy
7.
mace.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. All right. Oz.
Yes, sir.
After we find out if Torvin takes a move action, it is your round.
Okay. Torvin, do you take a move action?
That's a very good question.
Torvin's like, I don't want to get anywhere near that water.
I don't want to.
Okay.
I'm moving actually a little bit, actually no, to my left a bit more. So
Sure.
let me...
Now, unfortunately, the one downside of playing a dwarf is you've got itty bitty legs, so your movement is 20 feet.
That's bad. I'm going to move.
Oh.
Yep.
I have itty bitty legs, but I can move a little faster.
Oz, what do you do?
But I don't want to move closer to that stuff either. I'm going to move closer to Torvin actually, and I'm gonna aim at this one. I look at Torvin, and Oz is just gonna be like, "I promise that last time it didn't happen the way that it's supposed to. It's gonna happen the right way this time." And Oz starts swishing his mouth around, and he's gonna try to acid splash this Skelly over here. For 2 acid.
The grossest spell.
Okay, it is 1 missile of acid. Doesn't say it's a touch, so it's gonna go against. It's just gonna go against their AC in this case. It seems to land against the chest armor of the creature, and it seems to singe through it, but it doesn't have any lasting effect. It doesn't slow it down. It doesn't seem to have any immediate effect.
2 acid damage.
Yeah, 2 acid damage. It's
Look, I saw him shoot with his longbow.
Sure.
I have a crossbow.
yeah, no, I get
I
you.
can't do anything.
Sure.
Hey, look, if there's a chest plate, maybe you're destroying the leather that's holding it together. Who knows?
Yeah,
Eli.
that's true. Can you
Eli.
aim shot?
You can cold shot, of course you can.
Yeah, maybe cold. I don't know.
What does Eli do?
Gonna walk right up to the one with the weapon, and I am going to bring the warhammer down on it.
Let's see what you got. Swing that bad mamma jamma. The dice fall.
Nice.
I think that's actually an even or an odd. It is. It's an even or an odd.
Even.
Okay. Even. Odd. Odd it is. Sometimes these fights can feel like they trudge on for a long while, but it's okay. In time.
Well, when you only do 2 damage.
Eli, you move up, you take a swing, and it seems to careen against the armor, but the figure almost seemingly reflects it. It just kind of brushes down. You bring up the hammer again to take another strike, and it goes to my turn. Now we finally try to get into some action here. All right, we're gonna move this here. That there. That there. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So, 3 strikes on Eli. So, 2 weapons.
Miss. Hit.
And a claw attack.
Miss.
Okay. Then we've got 2 weapons on Rye.
Miss.
The 3's a miss, and I'm pretty sure a 16 is a hit.
Yeah.
Wait. If it got near me, shouldn't I attack it first?
Oh yeah, you got a reaction.
You
He had a held
can
action.
use your reaction, yes.
He had a held dragon punch.
Go for it. Let's see what you got. I'm gonna go ahead and roll some damage
It is.
Sure.
on.
Sorry, my mic stand fell and
That's
I'm
fine.
having to reattach it, so I'm like.
It's all right. No worries.
I am power attacking too. So what is that? -2 attack and then +2 damage if I hit it?
It's gonna be -1 attack plus 2 damage.
Okay.
Cobalt.
Take
Is that a natural 20? It's not a natural 20. Okay, yeah, that's definitely gonna hit. 5. You rolled. Not great, but
Yeah,
that's
it
enough,
should
right?
be-
That's
it
5, that's
should
6,
be,
7. It's gonna be 7 points of damage.
Well, and 1.5 strength to the first attack because I'm in dragon stance, but yeah.
You deal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that might be already calculated. I'll look back over it, but you deal at least 7 points of damage at this point. You collide with this, and as you do so, in your strike, where you instinctively like have this open palm, you clench down, and as you kind of push through, it almost like sock'em boppers, right? Like you're talking like rock'em sock'em robots. You strike this thing, and its skeletal head seems to like blow off the back of its body, and its arm crumples at its side, and you hear this like as it crushes beneath your blow. The other next to it is going to successfully deal a point of damage as the hammer comes down upon you. 4 points of damage. Now it is Rye's turn. Rye held his action, so nothing occurs.
Yep.
So you're effectively going to get, since you held and it went to a new round. No, it's just going to be your round. It's still your round.
Yeah, it's still my round, right? Yeah, I can
Yes.
still. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to then strike out against the second one.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and make your attack.
Sure.
That is going to hit, and that is enough damage. Go ahead and describe it. It's yours. Take the scene.
So Rye's just kind of waiting there, standing in front of Peverin. The first one comes up and like tries to strike, and he kind of ducks it, and then he just bam, like hits him where the rib would be, it just absolutely crumbles the skeleton. The second one swings at him and glances his shoulder, but he moves like a boxer, and just kind of shifts his weight and comes up and uppercuts the second and just absolutely decimates it. So it almost looks like a quick 1-2. It looks
shit.
practiced. It looks fluid.
I have to roll this. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing justice to the figures that have hit you. If you've been struck by them, wow. Okay. So that's on Eli. Eli, that's 6 burning. As it struck you, it seemed to like drag its body down you. So after the blow initially, you have this burning that seems to be like pouring down your person. And this is the only hit that seemingly struck Rye here. Rye?
So
6
plus
again.
the
Wow.
4.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
So altogether 10 damage to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, these things are they're not to be messed with, and staying out of the water is highly suggested. Highly suggested.
Who started this combat?
Tripp, it's your turn.
I still have the barrier on me, right?
Yes, you
I'm
do.
assuming we want to maintain that so that way they don't. Oh, at least they can stay not getting attacked, possibly.
Yeah.
So I will hold
Hold action?
my action.
Temerity, you're up. Immediately as you turn, you see two of these skeletons just sort of destruct under the powerful blows of Rye, striking out multiple times in this stance.
I'll actually I'll toss a potion at him.
At who?
And
At Rye.
Rye's in combat right now. He's not gonna like. Thanks,
Oh yeah,
bro.
you know what? That makes sense. Yeah.
just open his mouth like.
I'm thinking. I'm video
Toss it
gaming
in.
that. My bad. I was like, oh, just throw it.
Like an old Capri Sun commercial.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, and it just flies into my mouth or some shit.
Or like
mind,
it could
yeah.
be like a Tide Pod of
Oh no.
potion.
Oh lord.
Chew the glass.
So am I close enough to disrupt undead to these things?
Yeah, definitely. You definitely
Yeah,
are.
yeah, then I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Spell.
One more
Wait a minute.
reroll.
No, you shouldn't be suffering. Is this an arcane? No, you're using divine spells. Divine spells don't suffer from arcane spell failure, so you don't have to worry about this.
Okay,
It's
right.
4 points of damage. You cast Disrupt Undead. This time, do you do it with more confidence, or is this like, please?
No, with more confidence. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. You immediately cast out that ray that Disrupt Undead, and as it seems to echo out before you, it strikes which one? The one on the left, the right, or just in front?
Just in front.
Okay, so just over your shoulder, Eli, as you feel this burning sensation, there's a light, this like cool brush, and this like almost gray-like aura that strikes this skeleton directly in front of you in the face, and it immediately almost decays down to nothing. You can hear the sound of its bones clinking together as it drops to your feet. It dies. The last two are those that are not standing, as they strike out, trying to claw and bite. Torvin, they're making short work of the figures in front of them. You can see that they're not escaping this unscathed.
Everybody pull back! And I start walking backwards towards the original residence that we had planned to go to if there was going to be a problem.
Sure, gotcha. So you're basically like, you're holding that ready to loose another arrow, but you're still kind of like walking backwards, right?
Yep.
Okay, got it. Oz.
Oz looks at Torvin and is like, well, everyone's over there. And he's gonna kind of just like look that way and look back, and I think just spit again because that's really all I got. 14 to.
You know what? You keep just hitting this creature, but it's not enough to actually hit it. But I'm gonna say that like your acid at this point,
Like a DR or something like that.
has completely eradicated its armor. You spit this you belch this blast, this ball of acid down at this figure, and it seems at first it seems to sizzle, and you kind of see this elucidation that seems to occur over the top of the armor before inevitably it just starts to decay away, revealing the rear side of its ribs and its vertebral column.
And
So
Oz will back up like a little bit.
sure, got it. Eli,
All right, I'm gonna raise up the warhammer and try to sweep it across the skeleton on the ground.
to your left or right?
Let's do to my left. Damn, I cannot.
Yeah, that's just
anything.
unlucky. Yeah, that's just really unlucky.
Is that the one without armor?
Even without armor, you still have to hit a 10. Still got to hit a 10. These things fight until death, so I'm going to take an attack. Each one at this point. The odds of hitting you aren't high, but it's 2 claw attacks coming in at your feet, Eli.
Miss.
And a miss. Okay, they both swing out, each of them still burning. You hear it rake across your shin guards or up your boot, but seemingly having 0 effect. Rye, it is your turn.
Sorry, I'm having a hell of a time with this mic
No,
stand. It
you're-
is falling all over the goddamn place.
You were
I'm just
totally
gonna hold
fine.
it.
I keep seeing you wrestling with it over there.
Dude, it's like the most insane thing. I have no idea what's going on with it. So
You can actually
Maybe
press
just like-
if you intend to take the same action, you can just hit the up arrow in your dialog box there, and it will key in your last command. So it makes it easy of access. So just hit the up arrow and enter, and it will actually key for your strike again if you'd like to.
what's next to me right now?
There are only 2 skeletons left. They are the ones without legs, one of which just had its armor burned away courtesy of the acid.
I'm gonna kick the other one.
Okay, sure. Make an attack.
Sure. Bam. 25.
Bam. Yeah, you line up, you take a hop over the skeletal debris at your feet, and as you swing through with this like almost punter style kick, you blast this thing back into the water as you see its head and arms seem to separate into multiple pieces, and it is gone. The force of the blow was enough to maim and kill the creature immediately. Tripp, do you back away?
Oh, there's one left, right?
Yes.
I want to try to do some damage, but I won't because that wouldn't make sense. So to ensure that there's no harm being done, or at least to continue the preventative measures, I will maintain my stance.
You got it. Temerity, there's one left. It's without armor.
I'm gonna fry it.
You gonna fry another Disrupt Undead?
Mm-hmm.
How many uses of that do you have a day, by the way?
Oh, that's a good. That
should
is
be
the
a
question.
cantrip or an orison. It
No,
should be unlimited.
I don't think it is. Well,
It might be a 0 level spell, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
for what was I doing again? Oh my god.
Disrupt Undead.
Disrupt Undead.
Thank you. It is 0. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can basically cast this indefinitely.
Yeah. Bloop.
3 this time was not enough to kill it. You strike this and you can see it almost starts to melt away some of the facial features. Some of the teeth start to like rot out and fall from its mouth as it lets that raz like ha 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 as it tries to strike out again. Torvin, you continue to back. Okay, Oz, continuing to back.
Oz is gonna spit again.
Go for it. Spit again.
Actually, let me see if I might have to move up. No, I don't have to move up. I can stay right there.
All right.
21-4 max damage.
Bam.
How
You
can a
strike.
lady?
You already see its face starting to like degrade unto nothing from this disrupt undead, and you finish this off with acid splash directly to its face. It
We go in
immediately
the
crumples. As acid seems to burn away from the rest of its decaying skull into nothing. Since there is nobody else in the water, the skeletons that were beginning their emerge. Temerity, as you look on, they start to take steps back as their body starts to fall and drop back into the resting position in the water. Combat ends. And because we've already gone over time, I end our session here tonight following combat.
Can I just say one thing?
I'm listening.
Oz looks over at Eli and he's like, "Do we have to take care of all of them?" Because
We did. We killed them all.
Because he was like grappling them out of the water.
Temerity's like, yeah, all of them. All of them. Let's leave.
Good job, everyone. This place is now safer because of us. Let's continue on.
Tripp's just like, no more grappling hooks, no more spitting. We go into the prison. We're gonna set me free. I'm going to be rid of you as soon as I fucking can.
Do not even start with me.
Today,
What in the fuck? What do you mean, you guys? You guys didn't do shit. You just threw a grappling hook. I killed like all of them. How dare you guys?
This was the beach episode. Temerity definitely killed as many as Rye did.
Stay at the beach.
Look,
Okay. I'm just saying.
I didn't kill a single one or
like,
hit them.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
That's
that
just
people
called
were like,
karma,
we
baby.
did it. It was not near Temerity. Okay.
We're gonna have to fight it out in the sleeping bag later.
God damn it. God damn it. Cobalt, boss, tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you, my guy?
When I'm not grapple hooking my party members, you can find me on CobaltStreak on Twitch and Twitter, and I play video games. And if you like them, you should like me. Thank you.
I do like that, man. I do
Logic.
like you. It checks out. Take that to the
That's
bank.
Science.
It's Misty. Imperial, tell us
Sorry,
about you.
I am like trying to read what Maggie is signing because I took 3 years of sign language. So I'm like, I don't, but I'm not like, I'm super slow still. So you're gonna have to tell me what you signed. Maybe if you want to. Hi, I'm Imperial. I don't play the video. I do play the video games, but not as much as I sew on the Twitch. And I'm also training to run a full marathon in January, and that's all. If you ever want to know if someone's a marathoner, don't worry, they'll tell you. So that's really the topic of mostly all of my streams lately, like making me do stupid shit to get in shape for my race. So yeah, it's funner than it sounds, I swear.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Misty. I appreciate that. Wyld, boss, tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you these days?
I'm in the usual wild places. I'm reinventing a little bit of Minecraft with texture packs at the moment. 118's around the corner, so reviewing that. Trying to mod Skyrim, the latest edition, and that's not easy at the moment because things are broken as hell, but we're getting there. So I'm not sure what the hell I'm playing, but it's going to be fun, so come on over. And it's probably going to be modded.
I like that. I like that. You might have to teach me your ways. I am very vanilla about this kind of stuff, so I will take any teachings from Senpai. Maggie, tell us about you, lady. What are you doing? Where can we find you?
Minecraft is super duper fun. We did a Minecraft tournament for Extra Life a little bit ago, and it was pretty epic. We raised a lot of money. But you can find me at MargaretKrohn in all of the places because that's my name, and that's where you can find me on the internet. I do a lot of things. My next thing will be actually tomorrow, Thursday. No, tomorrow's Wednesday. The next thing I will be on is on Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific. I will be playing some Dungeons and Dragons if you'd like to join, along with the lovely Cobalt here. And I do a lot of other things, so come tune in. I'm on a lot of shows, and I'll let you know whenever I'm live. And beyond that, I make video games for a living. I'm currently working on a game called Ashes of Creation, and you can find it at Ashes of Creation in all of the places.
Thank you so much. Can I just say before we hit Ello here, chat just talks some mad shit, man. They go in on you guys constantly. Y'all have patience because I'd be like, yo, shut up. Shut up.
I think I
We
have
all
told them
do
to shut up on
stupid stuff
several
with our
occasions.
characters. I
They'd
feel
have-
like we know it's coming. We're ready.
They'd have to have shit for us to give a shit.
Oh, I mean, that's
There you
fair.
go.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm for it. Hello.
Are you not entertained, chat?
Are you not
Exactly.
entertained?
I took
Oh.
a bow.
Tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you, man?
Hello, I am Ellohime, otherwise known as Rai in this game. If you want to check out what I do, you can hop on over to my channel, and all my social media is attached to that. So yeah, I am a variety streamer, and I do streams usually in the early AM Eastern time. So if you're in the US East Side and you are an insomniac, by all means, come on along. Lately, it's been I've been scratching the FPS itch, so a lot of Battlefield, and probably next stream is going to be Halo Infinite. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. Move on next to a young Denzel himself, Xander. Tell us about
Hey,
you, boss.
what's
Where
going
can we find you?
You can find me here on Tuesdays, and I actually started streaming again, so that's a thing. I was streaming today. I was doing some Path of Exile. I just finished the story for my Scorching Ray build, and now doing mapping and stuff. I'll also be on tomorrow, doing the same thing and getting frustrated with myself as always. But yeah, you can find me here, Twitter, and Instagram as well. So yeah,
Wonderful.
love you guys.
That leaves me, guys. You already know what I do here. You've tuned in up to this point probably a number of times. You've watched X amount of episodes, and if you have not hit that follow button yet, what are you doing with your life? Fix that. Make it better. You can repair this. Only you can prevent forest fires and make your local DMs happy. So thank you guys for coming out tonight. I do appreciate it. Episode 22 was fun. I'm glad that we made it into the gates. I wasn't actually sure if we were going to make it inside, and well, I mean,
We're standing outside.
I tried.
you
I
guys,
tried.
honestly though, like you guys uncovered a lot of stuff. Like there's a lot of information to decipher from that. I have been waiting since like episode 4 to show that the Nyx and Tima reveal, because Ello lived that. For those of you that don't know, this is our second attempt at running this game, and it's almost an
You're
entirely
telling
different
us
cast.
is they didn't survive. That's what you're telling us right now.
I'm not saying that.
Listen, I'm just gonna say that before the session had officially ended, one of our members was already sucked into like another dimension and was never heard from again. So
Oh.
So we're doing better than that.
yeah,
Right?
so we are doing better than that. Well, from the looks of it, if Tima's dead, that means my character's dead, probably. So somewhere.
Damn.
I don't know. Maybe Nyx got out. That would make sense, but
Sacrifice the bear to save the caster.
He carved something in a wall. Said he was there.
But yeah.
She, sorry.
Nyx was played by Lily Vanilli.
Okay.
I love Lily.
Oh, Lily's the greatest.
It was a really good time. But thank you guys for dropping in tonight. I appreciate you. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Stay nerdy. Tomorrow, I
Sub to
think.
bub, don't be a nub.
Thank you. Damn, the pro gamer
Where's
stats.
mine?
I think tomorrow we're gonna do some Lego stuff. That's my guess. If you guys like the Ecto 1 from Ghostbusters, that's what we've been working on. It's been a slow process, but we are like 70% of the way through it. And yeah, come hang out.
That's awesome. Just don't drop it when you're done.
Yeah.
I refuse.
Marmalade does not go on breadsticks.
Yeah,
Remember
I said that
guys.
too. And then
I-
dropped it.
I
to
do
the
not
floor.
like that, Wyld. I don't like
Oh,
it
that's
at
creepy.
What?
What?
Look like a Pixar
How did you do-
cartoon guy.
What? Oh, that's
Oh,
great.
what the hell? It's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Goodbye, everybody. Love your faces.